into the Not Moved podcast, where stories stay steady, but the ball never does. Every week we break down the game, the culture, and the moments that make you lean in. Not Moved brings you the Dribble.
I'm Lena.
And I'm Jax.
What up, everybody? It is the Dribble. I am your host, Tinez. I am joined by my boy Bando and a special guest for us today to start off the day of the first round, Mikey. What's up, Mikey? How you doing, buddy? How you boys doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How y'all doing?
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. But yeah, like I said to y'all, man. So today we're gonna be talking about the recap of all the first round, from games 1 all the way to games 3, depending on the series. So first, what I like to start off here is first we're going to talk about the Thunder, Pistons, and then we're going to keep going as we go. So first, I want to talk about the Thunder. And the reason why I want to talk about the Thunder is a couple of things. I mean, honestly, the way I saw this game, I'm not going to lie, in game 1, I'm really liking the role and scheme that the Thunder is doing. My only problem is and I don't think I feel like it's just kind of a bad performance, but I don't want this to turn into an asterisk, and that is how SGA is playing. I feel like this series we're kind of seeing some hot and cold. I feel like obviously that could be subjective to everyone, but at the same time, from what we saw in game 1 compared to game 2, I feel like was a very different OKC, to be completely honest. And I'm not trying to say that to hate. Oh, what's up, 400? You just came in, buddy.
Yo.
My fault.
What up?
I forgot to tell you, we got 402 in the building. But yeah, I just wanted to ask y'all, like, how do y'all feel about SGA's impact from game 1 to game 2? Because I know that we were going to talk about game 1, but I noticed that it was a very big difference between these two games.
Game two, he definitely limited the free throws and scored a lot more.
Yes, I agree to that. I agree. I feel like that also has to do with a lot with the rotation and scheme that was also in that play. I feel like guys like Holmgren, he played a lot better in the rim protection as well. I forgot. I always get confused between these two Jalen Williams, but like I've always said, like I said yesterday, one of them does great. The other one I feel like doesn't really know what he's doing. Am I wrong?
He's just there to be there, brother.
Just there to be
That's
there,
what I'm saying.
right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, one of them I feel like is just there to be there. The other one's just been lights out. So, like, I don't know. Like, and I don't want to say this to, like, sound rude among people, because, like, I like OKC. I think they're a good team. But I feel like in my eyes, from how I saw them last year in the playoffs to this year, to me, I seem like they're pretty beatable. Like, if I'm going to be honest, not maybe defensively, but offensively, I feel like they haven't really been.
Preach to the choir. Preach.
Like,
You think the Thunder is beatable? Preach.
Beatable in later rounds. Like, when I mean by beatable, I'm talking like once we start seeing things in the second, third round. I'm not talking right now.
Oh, I thought you meant right now. I was about to say.
Like, later on in the series, like, once they start going down the stretch of things, I feel like we're going to start seeing a more beatable OKC team, especially with how things went in game 2, where I feel like there was just a lot. Personally, in my opinion, I just
the way I
grab ass. It was grab ass.
The way I see it too, to even kind of piggyback off that, LA damn near was about to go up by 13, but Ayton did a turnover. And the way that I'm seeing LA about to go 3-0, if Thunder lose one singular game, if they lose one singular game, I think that's going to expose how they can get beat.
Oh, for sure.
I think if they continue to win and not lose, there's not really that much of an exposure yet, because, like you're saying, Tinez, we've seen two different versions of them in both of the games that they played in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's almost
we'll
like
talk
two different
more about
teams
the Lakers later on, for sure.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree with you. I think, for example, like guys like Hartenstein, I'm glad you brought up like DeAndre, which is why I mentioned Hartenstein earlier. I feel like, personally, he really has got to step up his game, dude.
I mean, if you want my personal opinion on this, I think for me personally, like I agree with everything y'all was saying. My personal thing is like what the Thunder is like. The Thunder, like throughout the entirety of the season, like yeah, like they've lost a lot of games, but they've also, but in terms of like the playoffs, like they have enough. I guess you could say they have enough depth on their bench to where like they don't really
Yeah.
always have to rely on their second or third option, or maybe even their first option most nights. And the reason why I think the Thunder might go far is because when you look at the Suns, right? I never
Hmm.
thought this series was gonna be competitive at all. I'm gonna be honest. Now, granted,
Right.
the way they won in Game 1 versus Game 2 are very different. I
It's
don't.
light and day. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
I
different.
don't think that is something to talk about. But at the same time, when you look at what the Suns have and what the Thunder have, right? Devin Booker is a great player. Like I like Devin Booker. I like
And see,
I like watching Devin Booker. But my thing is that as good as a scorer Devin Booker is, he doesn't have enough help to where I could even see them like taking a game. Like Jalen Green
I'm gonna
I
be
is
I'm gonna
I've
be
got to disagree.
honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mikey. Like,
I'm
here's
gonna
my
be
thing with
honest.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree, and here's why I
Yeah.
disagree. A
Devin Booker
lot
not
of
booking this series.
Yeah, not this series, man. Like
he's not
Devin
okay.
Booker not
Let me
I
say
booking.
could
this,
agree
right?
with look, Mikey. I can agree with any other version of Devin Booker besides this playoff series.
You have
Like
Dylan Brooks outperforming you, brother. Dylan Brooks is outperforming
that
you,
there it is. Hey, there
which
it
is
is.
And you
insane.
There
know
it
what?
is.
And you know
Which
what?
is
That was
It's
gonna be
insane.
my
disgusting.
that's gonna
That's nasty.
and you know what? I was about to get into that because
That's
listen, right?
atrocious, brother.
The fact that Dylan Brooks is your number one option in this playoffs, that is a problem.
Yeah, I mean
That is a
Devin
problem.
Booker. Don't get me wrong, he went 50% through the field, but what I'm not liking is one, eight of your 22 points are from free throws. That's one thing. The second thing is which don't get me wrong, I know it's not an asterisk, but what the asterisk really hits to me is the 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers from
Yeah.
Devin Booker, 7 turnovers from Jalen Green. These are guys that we see that have the potential, but then do BS like that.
I mean,
So
and Jalen Green has always been inconsistent, so you know.
true, but he has the potential.
Right,
That's my
right. But
thing.
even when we go back to that trade, and unfortunately, even with Dylan Brooks being a good defender at that time, you don't hear Dylan Brooks' names first. You hear, oh, the Rockets trade Jalen Green, Dylan
Yeah.
Brooks.
Yep.
Because you want to know why? Because the reality of the situation is that listen, there was a point in time. And there was a point in time where when Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green were getting drafted, there was a point in time where people were legitimately saying that Jalen Green was going to be better than Cade. And years later, we're looking at both their careers now, and Cade is probably going to make
Having
first
a
team,
better career.
and
Yeah.
Jalen Green is just whatever. And
Mid.
then,
Why do I
and you know
remember that?
what?
I'm
And
not
I'm going
gonna
to
lie.
say this.
I don't know why, but for some reason I am recalling that. I'm pretty sure that
I'm
was
be
like
honest. Me when they got
2 years
drafted,
ago, I think.
I thought Jalen Green was gonna be better than Cade, bro.
I
Honestly.
will say though, I will say just to add on to Greens, he took 7 threes the first game and 8 threes the second game. So he has been really cold from the three ball specifically. Somehow, some way, Dylan had a great shooting game that last game, but even the one before that, he took more three balls than Jalen Green. So it's almost like Phoenix is giving Dylan that opportunity to go out and score more than not only Jalen Green, but also what's his name? Devin Booker.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
For sure.
Even then, he's never. The thing is with Jalen Green is like he's never.
Consistent.
It's not even like yeah, it's that, but at the same time, you know what I think? I think
What's up?
him. This might be a hot take. I think him not going to college really messed him up.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Hey,
genuinely,
that's not
because
bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I'm gonna
not
be
mad at
honest. I'm
that.
gonna be honest. Listen. I listen. I remember watching him in high school. Like I was always impressed by the dunks. I was always impressed by that. And I remember, come
Hmm.
on, he was in middle school when he was graduating high school. And I remember saying, yo, when I get to high school, I want to develop my body to where I could dunk like that. Feel me?
Right.
But then when I look back at it, I'm like, yo, you know what's crazy? I don't think I recall a time he's ever really shot a jump shot. Like I don't remember much of that. And then
He's not really your go-to
yeah,
He's
shot
a
type guy. He's not gonna
slasher.
be
He's
that
a
yeah,
polished.
slasher.
he's a slasher. And the
Right.
thing
He's a
is
pure.
like,
Yeah,
and if
that's
I'm
the
not
kind of the word
mistaken,
for it. I know it
Jalen
sounds
Green.
cliche because I don't like talking about 2K archetype, but That's
But
kind
and
of the
if
best I
I'm
can
not
put it.
mistaken, Jalen Green is like what 6'3", like 6'4", I
He's
Mm,
like
think.
6'3", 6'4", 6'5", something like
So
that.
he
so
is
essentially
listed
he's a
at 6'4",
six
186.
four. Okay, so I mean, I guess in league standards he's quote unquote an undersized guard or barely
I
in
mean, he's
that
about
Jalen Green.
average. I would say he's
He's
about
about
average.
average. He's about average. But my thing is, if he had went to college and
His
he had
game would
College,
have
he would have
actually
developed.
elevated his game
it would have
for
been
sure.
no, it would have developed, but it would have shown the flaws in his game
Oh,
versus
I
G
agree.
League versus he went to G League Ignite, which yeah, you can make the argument that well he's playing pro basketball at like on a somewhat NBA level, but
G
then
League
it's
is
like
different
what
from the NBA.
yeah, but it's just like that's what I'm saying. It's like what development are you really getting? Because now essentially you have a college player, a guy fresh out of high school, and he's playing the exact same way, and there's clearly no development down there to where now he's in the NBA, and now he hasn't really shown any differences from when he was in high school. The prime example, look
Right.
at School Henderson. At one point, people were saying he was probably going to be better than Wemby. 3 years later,
That's a
he's not
pull.
really
I
doing
forgot that.
anything.
I completely forgot about that. Wow.
He
Like,
brought that up. Dear Lord, that's old.
like.
Damn.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
like
lie. When
I,
School
I didn't mean to
Henderson,
rant, bro, but like I'm just saying, like, and
That
now when you look
that's
at,
I haven't heard that one
I'm
in a
I'm not
minute.
I'm not gonna lie. When School Henderson first got drafted, I knew he was gonna be a bust.
I don't even know
Some
why,
I
people feel
knew
but
he
that
was
and
gonna
the
way.
be a
thing is,
bust.
Yeah,
and the
some people are
thing
gonna
is,
feel
and the
that way.
thing is with School Henderson, and compared to Jalen Green, is that he basically dropped out of high school and did his senior year at G League Ignite. So
Right.
when you think about it, he had 2 years to develop, and he didn't develop at all.
Yeah,
But we
I
Hmm.
saw,
definitely agree with you, Mikey. I
but
think
we
in this
saw a
case,
game, but we saw a game of him
right.
playing against Victor Wembanyama where he did good, and people automatically just had this assumption that oh he was probably gonna be like Michael Jordan. Well, Victor might not even have this much of a good career for her. Like it's like that's just dumb because like since then, Victor's on pace to he might. I don't think he's gonna win
Excuse
rookie of
me.
the year, not rookie of the year, MVP. But the
He
fact that
is
we're
the
having this
MVP. What are we talking about? He is the
Hey,
MVP.
look,
oh
the
he's
way I
not.
see, man, a unanimous DPOY is still crazy. But like I said,
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that in
yeah,
a bit.
but my thing is though is like the fact that 3 years in the NBA, he's already in a unanimous DPOY first ever. He's in MVP talks right now.
Yeah.
Whether he wins MVP or not, that's we still got ways to go before we get there. But the fact he's only in year 3 and he's on pace to honestly be better than both Jordan and LeBron, like it's just like that's crazy to say. And and I feel like that kind of hurt school in a way, feel me? And if we're going back to the Jalen Green argument, it's like G League Ignite did get shut down, but it didn't help him anyway. Because when he was in Rockets, when he was on the Rockets, like there's notion that like the team that drafted you is responsible for your development. But when you get traded or something, the other team doesn't really care if you develop or not. You're clearly seeing that the Rockets did not develop him at all, or at least not well. And when they traded him, it was supposed to be seen as like this blockbuster trade because in the Suns part they're getting like a young player who still has plenty of time to develop, but since then he like I said he has not developed at all, and it's just like now we're in a point now where we're saying Dylan Brooks is outplaying the guy who you initially trade for, which is crazy to sit here and say. Like nobody thought Dylan Brooks was going to take this jump. The fact that we're saying that he's the best player on the Suns right now
It's
over Devin
nasty.
Is a
Booker
It's
little,
fucking
yeah, I was about to
nasty.
say
It's
that.
is
It's a
nasty.
little
crazy. Like that's
nasty.
like Devin Booker is one of the best scorers in the NBA. And you're and
Yes.
like
Yeah.
you're telling me
Yeah.
that I get the Thunder's defense is really good. I
I would say he's
100%
like a top,
understand
yeah,
that.
top 10, top
I
15 scorer
understand they
right now.
have,
Yeah.
but as I feel like as the number one option, you should still be able to find ways to get your buckets.
Oh
Or at
yeah, for
Hmm.
least
sure.
still. Like y'all could criticize SGA all you want about game one about the free throws or whatever. But at least he still was doing what he needed to do
Yeah.
to get wins. Though those
Yep.
free throws, whether you want to admit it or not, yes, were they atrocious to look at? Absolutely. I'm not denying that. But at least he was still scoring. He was still finding ways to
Right.
be a pebble. He still had assists. He was still doing what he had to do. That at the end of the day, that's just something like you would expect from a player like that.
Oh
Dylan,
yeah.
essentially, when you look at it, bro, Dylan Brooks, like in a weird universe, is technically supposed to be the third option. Why is he
Or the
Mm,
fourth.
outplaying?
Or the fourth option.
or the
So I
fourth.
would say third. I would
Why
say
is he?
third. I would say more third in this scenario.
Yeah.
I would say
Why
more
is he
third, considering him
outscoring?
being the wing defender and actually him being a proper two-way in this case. I would say the third,
Yeah. So
but
it's just
I would
like
digress.
I was just
Um,
saying, like, why is he outscoring the best player on your team and the guy you
I mean, I
initially
just
trade
told you
for?
why it's literally inconsistency. When you're, I mean, yeah, you're doing 50% from the field, great, but you're not making your three balls and you're causing more than 3 turnovers, which, like I said, I understand it's Devin Booker needs the first option, which is probably going to make him get at least 2, maybe 3. But 5 turnovers for a first option is unacceptable. I don't care what level of
Unacceptable.
competition it is.
Even if you're having a bad night, like shooting wise, if you're the number one option, Devin Booker, who's we know is like one of the best scorers in the NBA right now, as a first
Yeah,
option and as a first option and as a leader of the team, create shots for your guys.
exactly. And he
That's
You're
didn't
not
another
do
you're
thing.
that.
not
I
you're
don't.
not you're
I
not doing that. You're
genuinely.
not doing
He's
that.
not.
You're not
He's
doing
not.
that. You
But this is the
look
thing. Here's the
lost in
thing,
the
Bando.
sauce. He's lost in the sauce.
Here's the thing, Bando. I don't think there's ever been a time where Devin Booker was ever looked at as like a playmaker or like
Oh,
a
well,
creator.
I can't say that. I
I
don't know
generally
about
don't
that.
listen. This might be because I haven't really watched much of basketball. I've seen the assists, but every time I look at Devin Booker, I always look at him as like the guy, like a bucket first player.
Oh well,
Like
yeah, he's
I mean,
definitely
he
a
is that.
bucket
That's
first
it.
player.
That's what Devin Booker is.
Yeah,
That is
that
his
is, but
main.
like he does have underrated playmaking.
He
He's an
does.
underrated playmaker.
He does.
Like
But I wouldn't say he's a
he is,
playmaker first. He's
his
definitely
playing his
not.
playmaking is overlooked, bro.
Right,
It's
but when it's
overlooked.
not cultivated around your game, it sometimes can be an asterisk to you as a
so.
player.
So let me ask you
Yeah.
this. Let me ask you this.
Sometimes.
If you had a
I
player, if
think
you
this
were
is
in
one of
the
those scenarios.
NBA, if you were in the NBA, right, and you had Devin Booker, like if you were a coach and you had Devin Booker on your team, would you want him to, pass the ball around? Would you want and give you like 8 assists? Would
I
you want him to go
mean,
out there and give you
I would want
I,
him to do both.
yeah, because I mean,
I
I
would
know this
want
is
him
a
to do both.
hypothetical.
If you're gonna be a leader for my team
Yeah,
and I'm coaching you, I want you to do both. I want you to
yeah,
create shots for your guys, and I want you to create your own shots as well.
yes. And not even just that, you also got to feed. You also got to help other players feed too.
Exactly.
You gotta be the facilitator,
You
especially in a
see, you see
Devin Booker's
some.
case. Like here's the way I see it, and I know this may sound crazy for most people, but the reason why this is much, and I kind of said this a little bit yesterday, where the reason why I feel like Devin Booker's in a much more like accountable position is because not only does he have to do what you said, Bando, but he also has to be the main facilitator, which is a problem because we all know this, and even 400 just
That's
said
one
it.
of his
It's
weaknesses.
not his main part of his game.
Exactly, it's one of his weaknesses. It's one of his flaws in his game.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a weakness, but it's not a benefit. It's like something that you do good while you're having a good night. You know what I'm saying? You know, like when you're feeling nice, it's like trying to get hot and ready and open a hot pocket. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah,
like when it's hot
yeah.
and ready, hey, the bitch is
I
hot. It's
feel
good. But if you playing like buns and if you cause him 5 turnovers, where's the facilitating factor going to be at with
exactly.
5 turnovers? Nowhere.
And you know what?
So,
That's why I feel like when Chris Paul is on the team, I feel like that was probably
eh,
by far one of Devin
His
Booker's
best
like
years.
his
that
best
was
years
yeah, yes,
because
That's his
yes,
best
and
year.
especially
because at
that
that
2021 was
year.
his
point
I was
at
gonna
that
say that
2021
point
that
was his
probably
best
was his
year.
best year.
That was his
at
best
that
year.
at that point, Chris Paul was on the older side. He wasn't
That
really
was his best year,
scoring.
bro.
He wasn't really scoring all that much. So
Yeah.
he was really just being like a mentor,
If
passing the
anything,
ball,
Exactly.
that
giving you
might have been
assists.
one of
If
Mikel's.
anything, Chris Paul, like that year, like made
Yeah,
Devin
it
Booker
was.
the player he is now.
I
He
think
did
Yeah,
Devin
not
for
get
Booker
being
sure.
and
technical.
Hold on, one mic. Hold
I
on.
think
We
Devin
got
Booker
3 people.
and
Let's go over what 400 saying. Let's go with 400 saying. Were you saying 400?
no, I was just adding on to that, Bando. That's a good point. I was saying I think it's that, and you got people like Mikel Bridges getting sent for 5 first rounders thanks to CP3.
Yeah, that right there, I think, is the biggest asterisk. That right.
But they don't talk about that. They don't talk about how CP3 did things like that. Like Mikel would never been 5 first rounders. Look where it's got him. Look where it's got the Knicks right now. Come on,
Dog
Yeah,
shit. He's ass.
yeah, I
that was
agree.
CP3's work.
But anyways, though, I think we all know where this is going. Let's I'll be honest. I think we all know where this is going. I mean, OKC's leading 2-0. I don't think we expect anything better.
I mean,
Honestly, I just expect it to be
I
worse.
mean, if we're
off
being
Don't
good
get me
honest,
grades.
though,
honestly, like I said, I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. I think this one is going to be a sweep, respectfully.
I hear
Respectfully,
you,
yeah.
but I need
I mean, off
it's
good
it
grades,
is.
I for the Suns case, I would hope that they would pick up a win. But honestly, I don't even think the home court
But
advantage.
but
All right.
that I would kind of say that would go back to my original take on if they lose one game against Phoenix, no matter what game it is, the game
Oh,
that
it's
they
gonna be an
lose,
asterisk, definitely
that's
moving
that
forward.
exactly. Yeah, I think it's gonna be
I
one of those.
agree. Any
It's gonna
and,
be one
and
of
I
those.
any
agree.
and
No.
anything could happen. It's the playoffs.
No,
Anything
with
could
Yeah.
all that
happen.
though, let's move on to the Eastern side and talk about the Pistons.
I got a lot to say about this.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna be honest. This one's a dogfight.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I've said this before, and I don't know why I had a little feeling that this one with the Pistons last week was going to be a matchup for them, whoever they played. Honestly, I didn't expect the Magic, though, to come off that much of a standard, but I'll get to that in a minute. My thing is, though, with the Pistons, especially facing off a team like the Magic, I just think that right now they're just in a really tough spot as far as their reaction. I just feel like because of a lot of the young stars they have, I just feel like it's kind of like what a lot of people are saying, where it's not just the inexperience, but it's also just timing. Like, it's all about timing when it comes to this series, I think, right now. Especially guys like, and I'm going to say this with full respect, Jalen Duren. I mean, he's not playing like Jalen Duren basketball. Ashur Thompson is not playing like Ashur Thompson. Duncan Robinson's not playing like Duncan Robinson. Honestly, the only guys I really see on the Pistons playing
Cade
like they're
Cunningham.
supposed to
It's
is
Cade.
Cade.
And
Is
he
Cade.
came off of a collapsed lung not that long ago.
Yeah.
And what
Jenkins isn't
when
playing well. Duren isn't playing well. Thompson, I mean, he had a better game too. But game one, he did not play good at all. And I think,
Tinez,
yeah,
what have I been saying all year?
you did.
What have I
You
been
did.
saying all year?
You
Who does
did.
their
No, you
offense run
did.
through? Who
Hey,
does their offense run through?
repeat it to the choir. Repeat it to the choir.
Detroit Pistons are frauds. They run their whole offense through one player. It's Kate Cunningham. That's their whole offense. They can't do nothing else. They can't do nothing else.
Yeah.
You're having the Orlando Magic, a playing team, a team that has been fighting for a play for the last 3 years, 2 years,
Is
and
it
they
safe to
they're
say?
Yeah.
Is it safe to?
and they're giving you a dogfight.
Hold on.
You're the
But
first seed in the East.
Bando, would it be safe to say that Duren's getting exposed?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
100,000%. But
yes.
I also got to say the same for Wendell Carter, which we will talk about in a little bit. But I want to kind of stick to this Pistons team right now because I'm not going to lie. The way I'm seeing this, and I'm going to say with full respect, for them to be a first seed, this is looking pretty bad. This is looking pretty bad.
I'm gonna
I'm
be
not even going to
honest.
say and deny. The fact that they were a
I've been
first
saying it
seed,
all year.
yeah, and I know you have. I know you have. And I'm not going to lie. At first, I didn't really agree with you because at first I thought, oh, damn, what are you talking about? They literally are doing better than Boston. They were
Motherfuckers
doing
looked at me
better than
crazy
Boston
when I
throughout the
said that
entire
shit.
regular season. And even then, Boston was floor raising. So in the back of my mind, I was thinking back at the time, I'm like, okay, maybe Detroit might win this in 5 or 4. Maybe. But after game 1, Paulo? Hello? What are you
Franz,
feeling like?
hello.
What are y'all feeling like?
Now listen,
I almost dropped
I'm gonna
my
be
iPad.
completely honest when it comes to this
Jalen
team.
Suggs,
Yeah,
I'll be
that,
honest.
hey,
When I talk
that's
about
my
Jalen
dogs
this,
right there.
Suggs, hello.
Well, I'm gonna say this one comment. I'm gonna just let Mikey and 400 go real quick. My biggest thing with the Magic is their defense needs to be fucking crisp. Excuse my French, but it needs to be crisp. And I feel like right now, even though I feel like in game 2 they were a little bit off on the offensive game, But bro, shout out to Jalen Suggs, bro. I'm sorry. That dude has risen to the occasion, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much.
But we
Even
know
though he's
why, right? We know why, right?
Oh no, we know why. It's because he's clamping that up. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it's because he took the neck band off, right? He took it off his neck
and
and he put it on his head finally. That's what it was.
And he
That's what,
shaved the head, man. And he shaved the
and
head.
he
He
shaved the
looking like
head.
Derek
And
White's
he shaved
cousin.
the
I'm
head.
loving it. He's looking like Derek
I
He
White's
don't I
had
don't
cousin.
double.
understand. I don't understand when players shave their head, they just like start balling out
Like,
for
look
no
at this.
reason,
Start
bro.
hooping, right, Bando?
They
Start hooping.
like remember when
Like,
Wemby
look at
shaved
this.
his head?
Game 2 on a down game, he 7 for 18. He went 3 for 10 for 3. He went pretty bad for 3-point. But I think what really matters is this for me. For a point guard who's not even a first option, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, only 3 turnovers, and 2 out of those 6 were offensive. That's, hey, I ain't gonna get mad at you. Besides 3-ball, but if you play in a two-way position in a scheme, I can't really talk shit if you get in 6 boards in the
And
point guard.
can
I
we
can't talk. I can't get mad
can
at him.
we
What do
can
you
we
want me to do?
say can we say that Jalen Suggs is one of the most underrated defenders in the league right now?
I rank in the playoffs. Yes, for sure. I'm just gonna pull up game 1 real quick. I
Oh
mean,
my
game 1
god,
he
yo,
did
the fucking
phenomenal.
Sixers are giving the Celtics a
Look at
fight right
this.
now,
Hold on.
bro.
16 points, 6 for 16, 3 for 10 for 3. He's not a 3-point shooter. 4 rebounds, 4
Yeah.
assists, only 1 turnover, 3 steals, and 1 block.
I'm gonna be honest when it comes to the series. I'm gonna be very honest. This is all I really gotta say. Now look, the Detroit, I did not really have much expectations for the Detroit Pistons. Like I always knew that Detroit could always go to the second round. I'm gonna be honest, like I never really saw them going to the conference finals. For I'm gonna be honest, I always just assumed that, well, especially with now, I just always thought that the Celtics were just going to like, do their thing, and then the Cleveland Cavaliers has gone better, and then if the Knicks locks in, because this is kind of sad, but we're gonna get there. We get there. I didn't think they were gonna take a spot from the Knicks. I'm gonna be honest. But my
I,
thing is, when it comes to Detroit, and at least with the series in general, one thing about Detroit, they're and it's been like this since the entirety of their history. They are always going to be aggressive, and that's you see it with this team. They're a very aggressive team. Are they the best 3-point shooting team in the league? No, I'm not gonna say
are you
you're
speaking
lying.
offensively or defensively? I didn't mean to cut you off.
I mean, in both ways. I feel
I
like
mean, I would
defensively
say
they are
it's
very.
more. I would say more right now. It's more offensively. I think if anything, I think the defensive game is getting slightly worse. And I don't
Yeah,
mean to be rude about that, but my thing with it is like, okay, I get it, Isaiah Stewart, he's playing well. Asher Thompson, he's like he had a bad
Mid.
game 2.
Mid.
He's playing mid, right? Like he had a bad game 1, but he had an okay game 2. But it's like 4 for 7. I mean, like, look, game 1 he went 3 for 7, 7 boards, yeah, but 2 turnovers, 3 steals. I mean, yeah, that's good, I mean, 25 minutes off the loss, but you're only doing 8 points. I mean, yeah, you're doing your job as a two-way. But then I go look at game 2 where it's a low-scoring game, and I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna play, very great defense, which I mean he did in the rebounding and he did some blocks and stuff, but he also didn't really do a lot of facilitating or passing unlike Cade.
but
Nor is
here's
he
the thing.
really feeding the ball to guys like Tobias and actually helping out that. I mean, really, he's just more of just that. To me, he's just a perimeter lockdown. I mean, yeah, I feel like his shot's getting better, but it's not enough to me where I can say it's like, what's the word? Like, it's not impacting for long-term success, if that makes sense. Like, maybe the defensive factors from ashore, yes. But guys like Jalen Duren, Duncan Robinson, no.
But my thing is
No.
though with the Pistons is like, cause look, I've said this before on your lives before, and I'll say it again. I really wanted this to be the Hornets. I don't think I've hit it. I think a lot of people want it to be the Hornets. I don't.
Hey,
I'm
shout
not
out the
gonna
Hornets, man.
shout out. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna
I
lie.
know
The way
Grem's
they
not
lost
happy.
to
I know Grem's not
Orlando.
happy.
The
Sorry,
way
Graham,
they
if you're
lost to
watching this already.
Orlando, I'm not gonna lie. That was very nasty. I'm not gonna lie. That loss
What
was.
could they do to get better though?
They just need a big. I'm gonna
That's a
be
good
honest.
question. I
They,
mean, are you
they,
speaking for the
they
Magic or the Pistons?
I'm assuming you said the Hornets. I just said they just need a
No,
big.
you said what can they do to get better?
Yeah, the
Points. I'm asking
Hornets.
like, oh, for
Yeah,
the
the Hornets.
Hornets.
The Hornets just really need. I mean, Diabate is good, but I feel
I
like
mean,
they just need
honestly, here's what
another.
I have been saying, and here's where I think they can do better. And this is where, honestly, in my heart, I've been saying it all year. I think they just need a big. They need a
Yes,
true five, like
yes.
a true, genuine five.
Diabate
They
cannot do it
need
all
they
for
need a
for
Mitchell Robinson.
low key. Yes,
No, I'm
bro.
not. We're talking about the Hornets.
Diabate is good, but like it's just like he can't play the five for real. Like they need like
Yeah,
a real
He's more
big
of a
man.
fuller. He's more of a fuller than
right.
a
That's what I'm
Yeah,
five.
saying.
like
Like they need like a
they
true
need like a
five.
real five, and that's been the issue. Like if they imagine this team with like a Mitchell Robinson, like you said, like
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't
what.
have to be like
Like
an
basically,
all star. It doesn't have to be like an all star big. They just
little
need like a
bando.
big.
He
Like
was
I'm not
getting
gonna lie, bro. That would
laughed.
be, oh my
Hey, we'll
god.
talk about it
Charlotte
later.
would
Don't
be a
spoil it. Don't
nasty
spoil it.
team.
Hey, not yet. Don't spoil
It
that
would
yet.
be a nasty
Not yet.
fucking
like
Not
that's what
team,
yet.
I'm
bro.
saying. And it's
Like,
Too
like
early.
and you
Too
know what's
early, buddy.
crazy? The Charlotte Hornets, them losing, they did just get a lottery pick.
Ooh.
And I will say this draft
they
is
could probably get
very.
one in the draft.
I can't
Yeah,
even. You
yeah.
can't
It
even
was
say that because this
nasty.
as stacked as this draft is, it's very guard heavy. So it's not even like I'm not even sure if you know a big is really in their grasp. If they do get a lottery pick, would I be surprised if they do somehow sneak out a big in there? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because that's what they genuinely need. But
Mm.
they really just need a
Yeah.
big, and that's just the
I
reality.
mean,
I think they genuinely just need a true five.
they could get a hidden gem in the big man in the draft.
You're right. They could. Listen, the Hornets is one of those teams right now. I think they don't really have to overcomplicate.
No,
Could they benefit from maybe another guard? Yeah, they could. Maybe they
they
could.
could, especially in the depth
They
wise.
could.
Yeah.
Maybe they depending on where they are in the draft because obviously the lottery hasn't came here yet. But who knows? Maybe they might benefit with. I'm just throwing out names. Maybe Darius Acuff. Who knows? Maybe. But like at the same time, it's like them getting a big in the draft really wouldn't hurt them because at the same time, it's like they don't
I
really
feel like
need too much, you know.
it would
But
elevate their game
And
even
then you
more,
have
especially
LaMelo
on.
Ball. Then you have LaMelo Ball could help develop your game.
It
yeah,
would help them develop their game because you got to think. Hold on.
but honestly, another thing
Hold
though that the Hornets need, and it kind of goes back to Lamelo. They just need defense. Lamelo is a defensive
Cone.
Well, I
liability.
mean, yeah. I mean, defensively, I agree with you. Yes,
I mean,
but
yeah,
my
on
thing is,
offense, yeah, okay, but
hold
Tinez, you
on.
can't be 6'7"
I
and
get
just be
that,
that
Mikey.
bad
I
on
understand
defense.
that,
You
but that's
can't.
where the big comes into play because you have to think. Here's the way I'm looking at the Hornets, right? You got Miles Bridges, who in my eyes isn't actually a bad defender. Brandon Miller, he's actually been okay. Now you got Nipple, who's a gray shirt. They need a true five to willingly get those offensive rebound opportunities. That's where it really is a problem. Because you have to think, if you get the offensive rebounds, you're going to get much more of the opportunities. And if you do that, you're going to give so many more chances to guys like Nipple, guys like LaMelo Ball, especially a guy like LaMelo Ball, who screams for a higher volume. Do you
Plus,
see? Does that make sense?
Lamelo likes to pass. Believe it or not. Well, not really.
Right. I mean,
So
not. I
if
mean,
you give him a good big, I mean,
he can benefit off of his ones. Yes.
he
I mean,
could.
he did it with guys
But
like Miles Bridges. In my
yeah,
opinion, like if you give him a big, there's no reason why he's not going to benefit off of that. In my personal
absolutely.
opinion, from
Yeah.
the way we saw
I'm
him and
telling you,
Miles
bro,
play.
the Hornets might surprise people next season. But
But
like I
anyways,
said,
though,
it. But not to get off topic though. I know we just kind of ranted, but I'm gonna be honest. But well,
it's
to stay
okay.
on topic, my
I
thing
mean, we
is
talked
though.
about it last week. No, it's okay. We talked about it
But the
last
thing
week. We
is,
were about the
my
plan.
thing is though, is like, listen, the Pistons are gonna be aggressive no matter what, right? And this is why I said the Hornets would have been like a good matchup because the thing is with the Hornets, it's like yes, they have inexperience. Lamelo, Bridges, like they never put in the playoffs. Nipple's only a rookie. I understand that. But that is the magic of it. We've seen these teams match up in the playoffs. We've seen the Hornets play
I
against the top
mean,
two teams. And my thing is with the Hornets is that they play like a team that has nothing to lose.
I mean, I get that. I
So it's like
understand that
if
might
they
be.
were to play the Pistons, I would sit here and be like, because I think it would probably be the same result. Right now, the series is tied 1-1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it
So it's
is
like,
correct.
the aggressiveness we're seeing from Orlando in terms of like what they are doing to the Pistons and in terms of like what the Pistons are doing back, making the series competitive, is what I would have expected if the Hornets were there. Now, this is what I'm gonna say about this series right now, right? The Pistons, as of right now, they genuinely do not have an offense without Cade Cunningham, and I think that's going to be the thing that ultimately exposes them, like especially as they go on in the playoffs, right? But my thing is the reason why I still think the Pistons are going to go out is because one thing about Orlando, and it's like, listen, they've been in the playoffs for the past few years. This is like the first year or so that they've been in the play-in since they got Paulo, if I'm not mistaken, and. But my thing is though, is that when you look at the team that the Magic have, the Magic doesn't have a bad team. I don't really look at their roster and think they're a bad team. They're missing something. I just don't know what it is, but they're missing
I mean,
something.
honestly, it's kind of like they were saying last week. It's just consistency for the
Yeah,
Magic,
that's
And not
another
unfortunately.
thing.
consistent.
It's just
Paolo
consistency.
Paolo Banchero, realistically, as of right now, he got drafted
And
in
honestly, here's
20.
my thing. Like, before, my bad for interrupting you, because I know I've been trying to a little bit, but it's just like there is some things I understand from your perspective, but I also kind of have to disagree. And the reason why I do have to disagree is this. One, with the aggression part, I get it if we're talking about that offensively, but I feel like defensively, Detroit hasn't really shown a lot of aggression like that. Like maybe players, some players, yes, but as a collective team, I don't see that at all. I mean, yes, from guys like Thompson, sure. Maybe you might get a few scheme edges. You saw a little bit from Tobias Harris, but he went 7 for 17.
Yeah.
Like,
But if we're going off consistency, and that was basically my next point. Listen, the reason why I think the Pistons are going to win is because, listen, Paolo Banchero realistically should be one of like the best young stars in the NBA today. Like he has the talent
yeah.
for it.
And I
It's
think, yeah,
just he's very inconsistent, and that's just always been
I
his
wouldn't even
problem.
say it's just that he's inconsistent. It's not even just that. It's just a lack of opportunity. And when I say that, I'll make you
Yeah,
understand what I mean by that. Like, okay, yes, I understand that in game two he was 7 for 17, but I don't think that's the biggest problem for me. Where the biggest problem for me is this: he's doing great on the rebounds, gets 8 assists, but 4
yeah,
turnovers.
yeah.
Like, I understand that you are what? He's a 4, correct?
He's he's a three, and he could play the three to the five.
I was about to say, yeah, it really depends, right? But
He there's
more
a
likely or
reason
not, he's a
why
4.
there's a reason
I
why
think he's a
they
true 4.
compared him. There's a reason why they compared him to LeBron, even though I don't necessarily agree with it. It's because he has the build and he
Sweet
somewhat
Jesus.
plays like him.
Don't ever
I,
say that here again. Dear God.
listen, I don't
Yo,
agree with.
chill.
Listen, I don't agree. I don't agree with
There's a
it.
Lakers fan right over there. You know that, right?
Listen, I don't agree with it whatsoever. They listen, and Ender said himself, he's basically a worse LeBron.
Hey
But
man. I'm a fan of the game of basketball. I just so happen to like Los
I,
Angeles.
no, yeah, I know.
That's all I'm saying.
And we're
That's
gonna
all.
talk about them later in a bit. But
Yeah, I'm
like,
waiting on it.
I'm
I'm
not
waiting
gonna
on it.
lie,
I'm
Mikey,
literally
that
waiting on
was
it.
a little nasty.
I'm waiting on
Not a
it.
little. I'm just.
I'm hearing Bron's name come up, and I'm here. I'm waiting on it.
listen, Ender, listen, I'm not agreeing with it whatsoever. Like I understand
Oh
you're
no,
you're
I hope not. Dear God,
I'm
it's just
not
the way
agreeing
you
with it at
brought it
all.
up
I'm
was
just
like,
saying
God bless.
the reason why
No,
people
I
compare
hear
him
you.
is because he has the build,
And
he has the
honestly,
size, and Ender, like I said, Ender said himself, he's basically a worse LeBron.
right.
Like
But
that's just
here's my
that's just the
thing
reality of
too.
it. He can somewhat play the
Right.
one, but he's really a three.
Now,
But he could
here's
play
what
he
I
could play the
will
three to
say
the
though.
five.
Yeah, he could play the 3 to 5, but here's what I will say though about this series, to be honest. I don't even think the main problem is Paulo. It's not. I'm going to be completely honest. We need to really start taking an account on what the flying grace of Jesus Christ is Desmond Bain doing.
Yo,
Yes, bro.
2 for 11 as a first option? Hello?
You know what? And this might be a hot thing. I'm gonna leave it right here because I really get to see Game 3 before I continue. All I'm
It's
gonna
like
say,
I don't know what to think. I don't know
is
what to
that
think.
this Orlando Magic team really, and I mean really,
They could beat
could
the
have
Trail.
benefited if they had gotten Trey Young. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I agree. I
But
But my
agree.
thing
hey,
is, bro, Trae Young is a horrible playmaker. He's such a
Yeah,
horrible
I mean,
playmaker.
hey, I mean, that's why he's
Like,
on the
like, like, like,
Wizards.
like
I'm just kidding.
his turnover ratio is fucking crazy, bro. It's
Yeah, I
outrageous.
mean, that's what happens when you're dealing with things at a higher volume and you're trying to literally be the only guy really doing
I
something.
wouldn't.
I
I
mean,
wouldn't. It's like
but
you could say he's a horrible playmaker, but it's like at the end of the day, he's still
I wouldn't
averaging
say he's
like
horrible.
20.
He's just inefficient, I think is the better
Yeah,
word.
because it's kind of hard to say he's a terrible playmaker when he's giving you like 30 and 11 or
Right,
like 28 and 11. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. But then he's doing that with 5 turnovers.
but
That's
I
what I'm
will say
saying.
this.
Like, that's bad, bro.
Listen, he's on
Yeah,
the Wizards, so I can't really
that's just
say it. But
inefficient in my
listen,
opinion.
you're not
I mean,
gonna
I get
sit
what you
here.
mean.
But I'm gonna say this: like, if he was on the Magic, and he was just giving you 20 and 11, you let Paulo and Franz do their thing, and then maybe we
Oh
still
yeah, you're
get
not your
Desmond
singing
Bain
man,
get
nobody.
like.
Oh God.
You said what's it is?
No, I was saying that would be diabolical.
Yeah, I mean, now listen, I understand he's defensive, he's a liability. I understand that, but there's enough good D on that team. Pause. There's enough good defense on that team to where you know they can just where it really wouldn't matter, I guess. And I'm
Right.
just saying, I feel like his playmaking and his ability to make shots is really what this Magic team needs. Like I don't really hate Desmond Bain, but like 2 for 11 is diabolical.
It is. It is.
You can't be almost shooting Valentine's Day, and especially on a month where I didn't have a Valentine, and expect me to just like gain respect for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I'm
and
saying,
there
like
it
this.
is. Oh,
Honestly,
by the
man,
way, he did that with
I
three
just realized what they
turnovers.
need. They just need a
He
better
did
point
that
guard.
with 3 turnovers, by the way.
Yeah, I just realized
Yeah.
they just need a better point guard. That's really all it is.
No, it's
But
not even that. Desmond Bane's just not showing up. This is where I'm gonna really dislike saying this, but I think Memphis really taking away Desmond Bane was actually a good move. Because if he's doing this, imagine how bad he would have done if he was on Memphis.
I mean,
Chill,
That's
Memphis.
all.
chill.
I mean,
I'm just
Memphis.
saying, look, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to hate on Desmond Bane, but like, let's be genuinely honest. We have to take accountability at some point, which I will get to in a bit about
I mean,
another team.
listen,
But I digress.
Memphis didn't even make the playoffs regardless, and they basically split up the whole
All
core
right.
that he was. I don't want to get into Memphis because I already know
Yeah, well,
that
let's
team
not get
is.
too deep into that. We're gonna stick to the bracket right now. So,
Yeah,
with anyways, let's digress more here.
Wait, wait,
Now,
wait, 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 wait. I just want to add on to that because
you can go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
know we're not getting into the Memphis side. I just want to remind everyone that we mentioned Chris Paul did a help on to Mikal Bridges. Like I was talking when Bando made that point. Chris Paul did a help to Mikal Bridges, which got him for the 5 first rounders. Bane got traded for 4 first rounders, right? 2
Yeah.
for 7,
Uh,
1 for 8 in the last
Five.
2 games. That's disgusting.
5. He got traded for five
For
first
5?
round picks.
Bum.
that's
He
Yes.
even
got traded for
worse.
5. He got traded for 5. Wow. Wow.
Anyways, yeah, I think we all know where that one's going. Anyways, now let's talk about the Spurs.
you know
Yeah.
what's so crazy? I'm so glad you mentioned this because while we were talking about the Thunder, I got a notification that Wemby's out for Game 3 tonight. So, you know what? I'm gonna say this because there's really not much I can really say about this, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Portland Trailblazers not only wins this game, but if Wemby could potentially be out for Game 4 as well, I wouldn't be surprised if they take a 3-1 lead.
Well, originally he was scheduled to come back. So this is definitely one of those last minute, hey, I know you want to play, but we're not going for it type decisions.
Yeah.
Definitely not on Wemby's side. I'll just say that. We can definitely say that. For somebody that came out and said, I'm the MVP, I'm 100% sure he wants to get on that court right now. It's just
Oh yeah,
And
he
that's
unfortunate that
does.
and
fall.
listen, that is fine and all, but you gotta understand. Listen, one of the reasons why I don't think Wemby's gonna win MVP is just the simple fact of the minutes restriction, and that's just the reality of it. When he
I
got
mean,
hurt, when
it's
he got
really not even just. I mean, it's not even really that, in my opinion. I think it mostly just has to do with he already won unanimous DPOY. I don't. It's going to be really hard for him to be a
so
clear carved cake of
what
winning
what
both
does
those
him winning
awards.
DPOI gotta do? I mean, LeBron won how many awards in 2013?
Yeah, but when was the last time we seen a unanimous DPOY also win the MVP in the same year?
I mean, never, because I mean the
Exactly my point.
only unanimous DPOI in NBA history. So I mean, I'm not
Not even
I'm
Hakeem has done that.
yeah, not even that's saying something. But back to my original point though, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not saying the Spurs are a bad team without Wemby. That's obviously not the case. But if I was the Portland Trailblazers, I would look at this as an opportunity to try and take a lead, because
Yeah.
assuming Wemby, let's say Wemby does come back for Game 4, and mind you, this is a concussion protocol. Realistically, he should be out at least a week. But hold on, I gotta do.
No, you're good. Take your time. No, I can just benefit off that. My thing is though, like I get it. He's definitely right on that. I could definitely see the Trailblazers coming back, but I feel like we're this really. Oh, this is gonna be a dogfight. I'm not gonna lie, because I think Portland can definitely see themselves winning, maybe two. Because right now, I mean, I think, yeah, they have to go to Portland game 3 and game 4 now. So they might win one and possibly stretch this series out, depending on when Wemby comes back. So I feel like that's also another problem, too, because especially when you're seeing a team like Portland go up against the Spurs without Wemby. I mean, hey, shout out for guys like Keldon Johnson actually stepping up their game, but
Sorry, my brother was bothering me.
you're good, brother. I understand family's a thing.
Listen. I'm gonna make this quick. Look, if I was the Blazers, I would take this as an opportunity to just
To get,
take
yeah,
a
take the
2-1
series down the
lead at
stretch.
least. Because
Yeah,
listen,
take it down the stretch. No, because
the
they've already won and won. They're both tied. So the
yeah,
only
and
best
it's
thing you
like, and
really
I'll
could
be
do is
honest,
stretch the
I did
series.
not think this series was gonna be this good. I genuinely thought they were probably gonna get swept. The highest I really saw the series going was
Mm,
maybe 6, and that's
I mean,
really just
I
more.
honestly I saw this in 5. I didn't really see this being a
And the
sweep.
only reason I saw this going to 6 was really just due to the fact that Denny Avdia is actually just that good, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did get them a game or two. That I was just doing that off of faith. But now that Wemby's gone for at least a game, and again,
I mean,
I'm not
that's the
saying the
thing though. I
Spurs.
mean,
I'm not saying the Spurs are a bad team. I gotta preface it. I'm not saying they
I
are a
wouldn't even
bad
say it
team
was all
without
Denny
Wemby.
though.
I'm not
I
saying that either. I feel like
it's not
it's
even
just
Denny
like
that was playing good. If anybody, it's like guys like, I mean, Scott Henderson, freaking game 2 went 11 for 17,
yeah,
5 for
School
9.
Henderson. School Henderson is finally doing his thing, but
I mean,
that's neither there nor there. Like
Donovan
I said,
Killigan, 9 points. I mean, yeah, you went 4 for 12, but hey, 10 boards. I mean, I can't get mad when you're doing that with 2 blocks and 1 steal. I
but
can't.
at the end of the day, listen. I'm not saying they're a bad team. I've really got to preface it. I'm not saying this, right? But if Denny Avdia goes off again, and School Henderson is playing good, and then you can expect good defense from Drew Holiday and a little bit of scoring, and their role players do their thing. Now, I'm not saying but at the same time, I'm not saying the Spurs can't do the
That
same.
I feel like would be a little bit of a problem.
But
I'm not gonna lie.
at the same time, I'm not saying the Spurs can't do that either. I have trust in Stephon Castle. I feel like Stephon gonna do his thing. De'Aaron Fox, even though it's only been a year, he has playoff experience. Even though it's whatever.
It's funny
It,
though how Fox has playoff experience, but he's not arguably not one of the best guards. And you could say, Vassell stepped up. Castle is playing
I
great,
mean,
but
to be fair though,
but
I
not.
wouldn't say great.
He's
I
playing.
can't
He's
say
playing
great.
better than Fox. He's playing better than
I
No,
Fox.
mean,
no,
to be fair
I
though,
can't
I
even
mean,
say
but
And,
that.
if
and
we
even
could
if
be
No,
even if
no,
we
fair,
say that, that
I
wasn't
can't
even.
even say that. Mike
Oh,
Forms,
even
you
if we
gotta
say,
think.
even if
Like,
we say that, I wouldn't say that's my point. My point was that I think the way that Victor is not on the court allows the guards on the opposite end to attract more attention, like a Scoot Henderson that dropped 30 the last time he played them without
I
Victor.
I I
If
mean,
we
look,
can, I mean,
all right, here's my thing
to
with
be
that.
fair
He
though,
dropped 30,
No, no,
bro,
hold on,
De'Aaron
because
and
here's
was
my
in
Fox.
foul
problem with that
trouble.
take.
To
Wait,
be
hold
fair
on.
though, De'Aaron Fox did play for the Kings, so like that's
No, that's the
really
thing.
not
No,
that
like here's my
impressive.
problem. I understand he had 18 points, and I understand we all love Stephen Castle. I get it. He had a block. He had 2 steals. He had 5 assists and 7 rebounds. I understand. Everything else played great, but 7 for 20? Are you gotta be kidding me, dude?
That's
Wait,
true.
That that
first game he
no,
has.
this is game 2.
Yeah, but we got to look at both games though. It's a series.
I mean,
First game he
yeah,
has
I get that. In game 1, he
17,
played
7, and
great, but
7.
like
That's a
that's with a guy like Wembanyama. I'm expecting like look 400, 400. Here's my problem. I get that, but that is with their star player. Now you have to have these guys that you're talking about step up their game without their star player. And if you're looking at the difference, most of the guys you're mentioning were inefficient. De'Aaron Fox, 6 for 16. Vassell,
inefficient.
6 for 16. 0 for 5 from 3. Stephen Castle, 7 for 20, 2 for 6 from 3. They're not efficient. They're doing great defensively, but they're not handling things well on the offensive side. If anybody was really only handling things on the offensive side was guys like, honestly, Fox. That was about it. I mean, he had 4 assists, 17 points, went 1 for 3 for 3, 6 for 16. I mean, he had the most like basic stat, and even then he went on a minus 14. So it's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, it's just without Wemby,
I low
it's
key wanna
not
watch.
looking great. It's not. Like, I almost think I almost think Champagne almost had a better game than Vassell, and I want to cry just saying that. Dear Lord. No, seriously, went 3 for 4.
I low key want to watch game 3 right now. Actually,
Like, that's
I really
just
gotta
like,
lock in with
bro.
this.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, that was one of the biggest drops I have seen Castle do all season long. And my thing is like, I hear you, right? This would be completely different, 400, if he was going like, let's say, maybe 7 for 18, 7 for 16, right? Where he's maybe getting that 42, 43%. Like, it's a slight drop. But no, this is where he is, bro. He's barely touching.
And
He's barely touching
and I
40.
hear you, but do you think a person like Scoot Henderson has not only the opportunity but will step up the way he stepped up last game? Can he continue that?
Honestly, if they
I
keep up
mean,
the
he
passing,
has.
yeah. If they
I
keep up
feel
the
like.
playmaking,
I feel
yes.
like.
I hate saying that, but yes.
I'm gonna
If
be
they
honest though. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like School Henderson was kind of in a bad spot with Portland for a few years. Like I'm not denying the inconsistency, but like let's keep it a butt. Like I mean, the Blazers as of right now, I feel like especially when they still had Dame, it was very hard to sit here and be like he was going to be the franchise player, especially because Dame was still there, and then
yeah.
Dame got traded. But the thing is that the team sucked, and then like I said, G League Ignite doesn't develop their players, so he kind of came into the league not league ready. I feel like School Henderson, to go to your point, I feel like this is a major opportunity because, like I said earlier in the pod, like I said earlier, like at one point they were hyping your name up. They were saying you're going to be better than Wemby. I don't know if y'all saw this, but at one point I saw a TikTok not that long ago, and it was comparing this draft to the 1984 draft, and they were basically calling Wemby Hakeem Olajuwon, and they were basically calling Scoot Henderson Michael Jordan because the third overall pick
Huh?
historically,
Hold on, wait. I beg your deepest
yes,
pardon?
bro, yes. I saw a TikTok not that long ago because there was this notion that third overall picks are usually always like the gems, and the first overall picks
Yeah,
don't
no,
usually
no,
always.
no,
Yeah,
No.
listen.
So let's say, and this is obviously not to compare a person
Right,
like
I
Michael
get it.
Jordan
It's just
to
that
School
is a
Henderson,
terrible
but let's just go
analogy.
back to
Wow.
hold on. Let's just go back to my
Yeah.
take, right? School Henderson drops 40 tonight. What are we saying about him?
30. Yeah,
What are we
I mean,
saying? No. Let's just say he does. What are we saying
right.
about him? If
There,
or plus 30, plus 30. Are we what are we giving him for that? What does he get out of another
I'm
plus
gonna
30?
be. You know what they're gonna say? They're probably gonna be like, School Henderson is finally, becoming the guy that we expected him
He's
to
rising to
be.
the occasion.
He's
Yeah.
rising to the occasion. Like
But does
and you know
that
what's
give
crazy?
him
And just imagine
does
this.
that
And just
Hold
imagine
on.
this, right? Let's say the Blazers beat the Spurs in the series. Let's say they beat them. Could you imagine how? And School Henderson still plays the way he does. Could you imagine what fans are going to be like? They're gonna be like, School Henderson just beat Victor Wembanyama in the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I get that, but at the same time, you're talking about Scoot Henderson doing this without a Wembanyama. That's not the same
That
conversation. Like,
exactly.
I get
That's
your
the
point. Like,
thing.
I get your point, but that's like a kind of different narrative, and that would be different once again if they were to win in that case, but they didn't. Now, 400. What were you saying though? Because I knew you were trying to make another point.
No, I'm just asking, does that add on to a person like him being able to take
I
the face of not just the franchise itself, but hey, that's School. That's School in there.
I think it kind of does. I think it kind of does, and here's why I say it kind of does. I wouldn't say it's a full yes, but I think there's like what's that like the saying where you see like the little glimmerness in the air, just a little glimmer. You know what I mean? My thing with it is that guys like we've said before, guys like Vassell, guys like Castle, guys like De'Aaron Fox, we all know these guys are great defenders. But like I said, like you guys said though, if Scoot Henderson is taking this advantage against a team that's known for really good defense, I would say that still is elevating his game. I'm not gonna get mad at you if you're putting up 31 with a team that potentially has top five, maybe we can say top three perimeter defensive talent. Is that cool? Can we agree to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where I would say it's like maybe like a glimmer, but I understand what you mean though when there's no Victor Wembanyama, so things in that game too are going to be a struggle, and especially in an in-game scenario like that when you lose your star player like that, and a lot of people like they get frustrated with things like this because a lot of people don't understand how drastic a game can really change when a team loses their star player, especially middle of the game. Like to me, I feel like what really stunned the Spurs wasn't to the fact that it was just everybody playing inefficient. It was just the fact that they lost their star player during the game. Like if you would have lost Wemby, let's say like a day before the game, or like before or hours before off, right? That maybe you could have had some room to get some adjustments, talk to the team, and actually move things around. They couldn't do that in game two. You had Victor Wembanyama playing 12 minutes. Next thing you know, he's injured. What you gotta do? You gotta put in Luke Cornett and then adjust middle of the game. That's not really gonna help for a success. It's just only gonna come with failure. And it's not to diss on the Spurs, but that's just how competition is. When you lose your star player like that, no matter what competition you're playing against, you're gonna struggle throughout the entire team. It's like saying, hey, let's bench our team captain and see what our role players are gonna do in a scrimmage.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Like that's kind of my problem with it. It's like I hear everybody, but it's like I think it's like what Mikey said. I gotta see Wemby come back. I just think that with Victor getting out that second game, and especially with the inefficiency from the offense, I don't know, and I'm very disappointed.
Do you think the Blazers got a chance now?
They do. I think they do. I'm honestly seeing this series like since Wemby got injured, and depending on when he comes back, this might go to a game seven. And I don't like
So
saying
so let me ask you a question. So what if the Spurs win today? do you think that has a negative, like, do you think that has like a negative look on the Blazers because they were able to, they have the advantage, or they should have a little bit of an edge against a Spurs
I
team
would
without their
say
best player, but they
once
still
again, it
lost.
does, but it doesn't. It does, and that's where it's complicated. See, I feel like that's where it's complicated, and people are going to have these different opinions because, once again, you have to sit and think. You losing your star player, but you're still looking at a great defensive team. Do you see my point? Like, there's no clear cut to the cake yet. I think, in my eyes, once we see this game 3 play out, and once we see who wins this, then we're going to see, okay, which team is really going to start, or more say, who is really going to go much more down the stretch later on. I think that's what we're going to see tonight. I think it's just more of, hey, if Portland takes this advantage now, then it's like, okay, one of two things is going to happen. Either Portland's going to take full advantage and Wemby's just not going to be able to come back because of protocol, or B, Wemby may come back and we might see a dogfight.
Yo, not to cut you off, but Braun and Bronny just jumped for a jump ball on Sangoon. I guarantee you they're going to make a meme out of that.
Yeah, we're
Wait,
actually going to
wait,
talk
wait, wait,
about
hold
that
on.
here
What you
in
mean? Wait,
just
wait,
a
what you mean?
second.
What you mean? What you mean? What you mean?
So the ball went out of bounds. Sangoon's diving for it. Bronny and Braun both jump on top of Sangoon, and they look at the ref like, yo, what up? What are we doing?
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So now that we got done with that, now let's go to another game that we recently saw today.
The Celtics and the Sixers.
Yep.
I didn't even
You're
watch this
absolutely
game. I'm gonna be
correct.
honest. I just know
It was
that
a
Tatum hit a
dogfight. It was
dagger.
a dogfight.
This one, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad you said that, Bando. It's a dogfight.
It was a dogfight.
But I think this is where, I'm not even gonna lie. I think this is where things are gonna get really interesting because, I've been hearing some birds. I've been hearing some rumors. I'm hearing some things. Embiid might be coming back soon. And
Listen, if they can get Embiid back, this series is gonna go to seven
oh
games.
dear Lord, dude. But my thing is like he was supposed to come game 3, but the coach said he's just not ready, right? Which is understandable. Fine, okay. I'm not gonna say him get mad at that because it's an appendix. He just got out of surgery for it. Give him some time. I hear it, right? But the fact that the Sixers are doing this at home, and
Without
it's game
Embiid
3. This is their first game, right? They were
at
tied,
home.
and they only lost by 8. I mean,
Compared to game 1 where it was a flat out blowout.
hey
Since
man, look,
then they
I'm
won
not
game
gonna
2 and
lie.
they lost today in only 8. So can you
I'm
just
not gonna
imagine if
lie,
Joel Embiid's on
y'all.
the court?
I really see this going to 7 if Embiid comes back.
No, for sure.
And
Like,
honestly, I'll
I've
even do you
said
better.
this.
Hold on. I'll even do you one better, Mikey. Celtics might lose.
Oh no. And you know what? I
If
can't
Embiid comes
wait
back.
if Embiid comes back. But you know what? I'm gonna say this. Listen, right? My thing is, I've said this before. Look, the Celtics are good enough. I think I could see the Celtics coming out the East. I'm gonna be honest. But
Ow.
if we're keeping it a
Mine.
stack, if Embiid comes back, I'm gonna be honest. The Sixers might be able to win. Tyrese has been playing amazing. VJ's been playing amazing, and
I wouldn't say
honestly,
amazing because I mean he went 12 for 31, which is like, eh. But he did pull off good passing game. I think his playmaking has definitely progressed a lot better. My only thing is they just got to up their defense, man. I mean,
yeah,
allowing
defensively they're
like
not
dear
all that.
Lord, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are just look. I'm sorry to say this, but somebody needs to go check Jason Tatum because him playing 42 minutes on an Achilles is not.
Yeah, I don't know what.
No. Listen, Mikey, look me in my eyes.
Oh well,
He's
damn.
playing plus 40 minutes on an Achilles tear, and he's doing better than what Paul George did in 2018. What?
Yeah, Jason Tatum locked in the rehab, bro. That's.
What are we feeling like? What are we feeling like? I need answers. I need answers. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I need answers. Like, what do y'all
I
think?
mean, exactly
Bando,
what it is.
400
42
somebody.
minutes. 42 minutes.
I feel like this just kind of just shows, and this is one of the reasons why I never took Jalen Brown seriously as a number, like as an
No,
MVP
that's the thing.
candidate.
He too, 40 minutes, 9 for 16, 20. They both had a 25. They both put up 50 points. They put up half the team's numbers.
Yeah.
Like, Mikey, I don't mean to say this, but this duo is fucking balling just as we thought it was. And for people that were actually dissing and trying to down on Jalen Brown's game, and he's pulling off shit like this with the number one option, bro, I don't like saying this because look, me and Bando, we don't like Boston. But I'm moved. I hate saying that, Bando. I'm sorry. I can't say no other way to say it. There's no other way to say it, brother. I need your thoughts, Bando.
I'm not moved.
I'm moved.
I'm
I know you're
not.
not. I know you don't like him, but how can I not be moved?
I'm not
How?
moved at all.
How? Tell me how. Why?
Cause it's Boston. It's a dirty ass city, dirty
Awful
ass
squad.
team.
Oh, I hear you, but like, and I get it. We don't like Boston. Look, me
Why,
and
why
you,
would
we
I? Why
don't
would
really
I
like
ever give
Boston.
Boston praise? Why would I do that?
I know, and I don't like giving Boston praise either. But once again, Bando, and like me and Graham have said, we do have to give credit where credit is due. Am I wrong?
Jalen Brown had a good game. So what? What's gonna happen next game? Is
A
he gonna do
good
the same
game?
shit? Is he gonna do the same shit
Bando,
next
Bando,
game?
Bando, 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 Bando. You're not. You're. I don't think what
Yeah, a
I
good
told you.
game.
Gang. 42 minutes on an Achilles tear.
Okay.
9 for 17, 5 for 9 for 3.
How many
With
points?
4 rebounds, 7 assists, and only 1 turnover.
How many points?
25.
20. That's regular for Tatum.
With on a okay.
That's a
Okay.
regular game for. Is it
Okay.
not? Is it not a regular game for
It
Tatum?
is, but
25.
with an Achilles injury, like post Achilles injury, this is the problem. This is after his surgery, Bando. And
Let's
he's
say
putting up
regular
40
game for
plus
Tatum.
minutes.
It's a regular
I
game
get
for
that, but it's
him.
off of an injury with 40 plus minutes. He hasn't even gotten 2 months of recovery after this. Full, like, actual, like, hey, let's give this guy some 2 months of game.
Hey, who's his matchup tonight?
I think it
Because that
was
would tell the
either
whole
Kelly Oubre. It was
that would
either
tell
Paul George or
the whole
Kelly Oubre.
story.
It was
Yeah,
Paul George or
that
Kelly Oubre.
tells the whole story. That just thank you for letting me know. That just tells the whole story.
Yeah, but at the same time, Paul George actually upped his game too. He went 7 for 14, 4 for 7 tonight. 5 assists, 1
Kelly
turnover,
Oubre was
2
guarding him.
steals.
Kelly Oubre. Are we
Kelly
serious right now?
Oubre, he was okay actually.
Are we
6 for
serious
12,
right now? Kelly
17 points.
Oubre.
Hold on. I'm getting there. 17, played 40 minutes, 6 for 12, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block. So, I mean, they're playing well. What do you want them to do?
But Kelly Oubre's not known for being a defender.
Well, talk to Kelly Oubre for getting the block and steal. I don't know what to tell you, gang. That's my problem there. I mean, I get you, but it's like,
Oh shit, it's a tie game in Houston.
I'm just like, I don't know, man. Right now with this Boston Celtics and this 76ers, this is a matchup. And I told a lot of people, man, I'm like, watch, man, Paul George is going to put up almost a 20-point game soon. I said it. It was either going to be game 2 or game 3 when they went at home where Paul George was going to be a little efficient. And he was. And I'm actually proud for a guy like
Oh my
Paul George,
God,
especially
Paul
for the
George being
reputation he has.
efficient for the first time in years. Holy
Hey,
shit!
look, man. Hey, I'm not going to get mad at him if he's going 50%. It's his job. I'm not going to get mad at you. But at the same time, though, they lost. So Boston's still up. I don't care for Boston. I don't like Boston. But I'm going to give them their credit where credit is due. But we are going to take a little break, y'all. we are going to put on some ads for our sponsors and for our other shows out here. We are going to take a good 3 to 5 minute break, and we will see y'all in a bit here.
The Not Move podcast is fueled by Dubby Energy. Smooth, jitter-free focus, and flavors that slap. Mango, berry, watermelon. Whatever gets you locked in, they've got it. Hit up Dubby.gg, use promo code NOTMOVED, and snag 10% off your order. Stay not moved, stay energized.
Number Friday nights, 9 Eastern. It's the Dribble, NBA edition on the Not Move podcast. We break down the week, the trades, the highlights, everything around the league. Tap in, chop it up with us, and get the takes that move the game forward. Stay not moved.
The Not Moved podcast drop is here. Snapbacks, hoodies, mugs, stickers, totes, everything you need to rep the convo everywhere you go. Limited run, unlimited style. Tap the link, fill the cart, and
tap into the Not Move podcast every Friday night at 8 Eastern.
We're bringing the scrap sheet, UFC edition.
Every jab, every takedown, every headline.
All the fights, all the drama, all the picks, right here.
Watch live on YouTube or listen anywhere you get your podcast. Hit follow, hit subscribe.
And stay not moved.
Need some new Not Move drip? The In the Wickets hoodie just dropped. Super soft fleece, heavyweight feel, and the official NMP patch on the sleeve. Tap add to cart, check out, and let us handle the rest. In a couple days, it shows up at your door, ready to rock. Rep the podcast from the couch to the tip.
Every Thursday night, the Not Move podcast drops a new episode of
In the Wickets,
our deep dive on everything around the NHL.
We break down the plays, the trades, the stats, and the stories that matter.
Plus a few hot takes along the way.
Join us live at 8 p.m. Eastern, or catch it on your favorite podcast app right after.
Same energy, same on.
Tuesday nights just got louder. Ringside Rewind is live every week, 9 Eastern.
We're breaking down Raw, SmackDown, and everything leading into the weekend. If it happens between the ropes, we're talking about it.
Deep dives, hot takes, and a few surprise
and
replays.
a whole lot of arguing.
Yeah, but the good kind.
Ringside
the Orphan Elimination Chamber tee just dropped. Fresh out the box. Look at this.
That print is nasty. Chain link O, silver hit. It's tough.
It's soft too, y'all. Fits right. Little drip for the Elimination Chamber weekend.
We rocking these all season.
If you're part of the Not Move fam, you already know.
Jump on it before it's
Grab
gone.
yours now at Not Move Shop.
Episode of the Not Move podcast is brought to you by the MLB Shop. They have every team's gear, from classic caps to World Baseball Classic hoodies, all official and all ready for game day. Tap the link in our bio to head straight to the shop and snag your favorite merch.
The drop is here. NMP gear built for every day and game day. Hoodies, mugs, and the Coach Common jersey in bold gold. Rep the movement. Feel the energy. Shop new arrivals.
If you're craving baseball talk that doesn't flinch, tap in with us Monday nights at 8 Eastern.
It's the Rusty Mitt MLB edition of the Not Move podcast. Breakdowns, debates, all the swings and misses without the fake fluff.
Join us live or catch the replay wherever you get your pods. Rusty Mitt, not moved. Stay not moved.
Attention Not Move Nation. Our first ever jersey has landed. The NMP by JB Sport Talk collab brings premium mesh, bold gold accents, and that undeniable game day energy. Plus, hoodie drop.
Today's episode of Not Moved is brought to you by Open Goal, the world's #1 backyard goal. If you love soccer but hate chasing balls into the neighbor's yard, this thing is a game changer. Its rebound net sends missed shots right back to you, and the side nets keep your landscaping and your windows safe. It's perfect for kids, for training, or just having fun.
Today's episode of the Not Moved podcast is brought to you by Walmart.com. With our storefront in the Walmart app, you can get everything you need. Pick up or have it delivered.
We ordered dinner while recording and it showed up before we wrapped.
Better Good sweet corn and burrata ravioli.
Nuri protein drinks, even St. Patrick's Day treats.
Walmart.com.
Not Move, fam. Southgate edition just landed and it's fire. Check the tee. Watch out for the skis and the wickets. Hockey stick, cricket wickets, all vibes. We got hoodies, mugs, caps, beanies, whatever you need. Cop yours before they...
At the Not Move podcast, just drop the gear.
Heavyweight hoodies, premium cotton, street ready.
Caps, mugs, and more. Every detail on point.
Whether you're hooping, tailgating, or just repping the pod, NMP fits the culture.
Limited drops. When they're gone, they're gone.
Cop yours today at notmoveshop.fourthwall.com.
All right. What up, everybody? Thank y'all for chilling in, getting through all that. Now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of things and talk about more of the inner side of the bracket. Also known as the Lakers and Rockets, Nuggets and Timberwolves, my Cavaliers and the Raptors, and Bando's Knicks and the Hawks. So first off here, since we got done talking about the Celtics, I kind of want to start off and go with a game that's actually going on right now, and that is the Lakers and the Rockets. So, boys, how we feeling? How we feeling about?
Now look,
how we feeling about the Unk series, man? That's
now
what I'm calling this series, man. The Unk series.
Now listen, I'm a Lakers guy. Feel me? I'm also a huge Kevin Durant fan. I'm very disappointed that KD was ruled out again for Game 3. I was confused. I saw it earlier. I'm like, wait, he was just playing the other day. Why is he out again?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be very frank. The Rockets have by far been one of the most disappointing teams this whole season. I don't want to
Yes.
get too much into it. I understand some of the stuff, with Fred VanVleet unfortunately getting hurt, it's unfortunate. I
Yep.
understand, that's outside their control. But since then, I can't look at this team like this. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Many people have also said it. This team needs a point guard. And the fact they never got a point guard throughout the season, and you can still see that they don't really have
You're talking
a
about the Rockets, right? Just to
yeah, the
clarify.
Rockets, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And the fact that, they still really don't have a real set offense is kind of a problem. I'm not gonna lie. And it's
I
like
mean, honestly, here's my thing with that, right? And I'm not mad at you for saying that, but I mean, I would say they do. I would just say right now with a lot of these guys, you gotta think they're young. Here's my thing, and this is what I was saying earlier too, and I think it was like yesterday or game one. Like the way I look at the Rockets, like without a guy like KD, it doesn't really help out the offense, especially what opportunities are given, because this team is very young. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, the only guys outside of KD that really could try to really help out the team for somewhat decent success is maybe Sengun and Shepard, in my opinion. I mean, guys
yeah.
like Tar Eason, he's an okay defender. Amen Thompson, I mean, he's a great defender, but he's not really got that shot yet. I think he can develop it as years go on,
He's
but as
not.
of
He's
right
not.
now, he
Tinez,
just
I'm telling
does
you
not
right
have
now,
it.
he's not developing that shot. I'm telling
I
you this
know he
right now.
probably won't, but at the same time, we don't know that. I'm just saying he could
If you
because of how
played,
young he
listen,
is.
if you played years of high school basketball, AAU, and even went to one of the best prep schools, or I should say leagues, and still never develop a jump shot, bro, and now you're in the league, you're in your like third year in the league, and you still haven't developed a jump shot, bro. It's
Dang, he's in this. I thought he was in a second.
he was in the 1B draft.
Oh wow!
Him and
Oh
his him and
wow!
his
Oh
him and his
wow!
brother were fourth or fifth pick.
Oh
First,
wow! I actually didn't know they were twins. I thought they were like a year apart.
they're identical. What the?
Hey, honestly, I don't see how they're identical. I kind of saw them more fraternal, but I digress. I honestly didn't even know that. I didn't.
But yeah, but to finish my point, listen, the Lakers right now, like that's just always been my thing. I mean, I'm gonna finish the Rockets. Like that's always been their issue. They're young, I
I
get
agree.
it, but the thing is that Sengun defensively is just I don't even
Yeah.
know what to say. And it's just like there's so many
Yeah.
moments where I just watch Sengun play defense. It's just like it just looks like he's not trying at all. Like that's just another thing. Like he's a good player. Like I could see him going off. I could see him going off for 40. I could see
Yeah.
him, doing his stuff. But it's just like defensively, it's just like I don't know what he's doing. Like there's other moments, where Udoka's getting mad at him, that he's benching him, and it's just like I would bench him too. If this is a high school game and you're one of my best players, but you suck on defense, and you're allowing the other team to just score in close games, I don't give. I'm sorry for
Yeah.
my language, but I don't give a fuck if you're averaging 30. I'm putting you on the bench. You think like that's just the reality of it, bro? Like they put whatchamacallit. There was a point in the playing game, I think, where they put Con Knipple on the bench against the Miami Heat.
Oh, I
And
know what you're talking. I think I
and
know what you're talking
and
about during
mind
the
you,
play-in.
Con Knipple was one of the best players they had that whole year. One of the
Yeah.
best players. And that playing game, I could get he's a rookie, but that playing game, he shot terribly, right?
I
And then
think
you
that
add
was
the
actually one of
fact
his first one of
bad
his
games,
first
and then you add
really
the
bad
fact
games. Yeah.
that defensively he wasn't all that either. So now so
Yeah.
now I'm at a point where as a coach, I can technically bench you because in normal situations, right? When you're a rookie and your team and you're at a team like the Hornets and you're trying to make the playoffs and you make the
Yes.
playoffs, okay, how do I say this? Realistically, rookies in the playoffs, they don't usually play all that much,
Yeah.
depending on where they are. I feel like if the Hornets did make the playoffs, Khan probably would have played, and that's really just like due to the fact that he's been one of their better players. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's like on some type of minute restriction or whatever. But I'm saying all this because I'm looking at things like at least Khan is a rookie. Feel me? Like he's gonna have time to develop. Sengun's been in the league for a few years now. It's like defensively you can't. You can't just allow this. Like, it's just like, and what's crazy part is that I'm looking at this Rockets roster. Realistically, they should beat the Lakers. I'm genuinely
You're not
concerned.
wrong. You're not lying, especially with the potential given. Yeah.
Like, I'm genuinely confused how this series is literally 2-0 right now. And I would bet, and honestly, I'm not even watching the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers somehow is up 3-0 in this series.
I mean,
3-0.
let me just look back here real quick before we actually continue. Oh Jesus. 93-97, so it's still a 4-point game, but Rockets are up by 4. It is 2 minutes and 22 seconds, so we're about to find out in a minute, my man. We are about to find out
Yes,
in a minute.
we are gonna find out. I hope the Rockets win. I mean, no matter what.
But I mean, here's my thing with that too, just to kind of piggyback off what you said, like, my thing with LeBron is just like, bro, he's been playing just insane. I mean, it's just the playmaking, honestly. It's the opportunities. Like, it's great offense, great playmaking. It's honestly, the defense has been doing better. Honestly, I think LeBron, honestly, and this is what I kind of been saying too. And one of my buddies, shout out B Smooth, because he actually pointed this out to me. And actually, I didn't quite believe him. And this is going to sound silly what I'm about to say, but once we started looking at these playoff games, especially against the Rockets, I kind of made sense of what you're saying. What you said is when LeBron is on the court with Ayton, LeBron makes Ayton better than what Luka does. Now, I know for some people that may sound crazy, but
if you watch the games, bro, it's not really as crazy as it sounds.
It's not as crazy as a thing. It's not. In my opinion, it's really not. Especially after what I saw, I think it was game 2 where he actually had double digits, and I think he almost had a double-double, didn't he not, I think? I'm pretty sure he did that game. Or if not, he almost did. Let me double check. It was either game 1 or game 2. Yeah, no, game 1 he was 3 for 8, so it had to be game 1, I think. I think game 1 was where he was actually like really doing something. And I was just sitting there, I'm just like, what is this? Yeah, 19. Here we go. So yeah, he went 8 for 10, 19 points, 11 rebounds. You'll always be our troubleshooter. Once again, DeAndre Ayton, folks, in a double-double should not be in the same sense.
Yeah,
I don't think so. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Hey.
I'm loving it, and this is the thing with the Lakers, right? The thing is, LeBron is 41 years old. Realistically, he could only do so much. It is unfortunate that he keeps finding himself in these predicaments, so where he has to be the number one option. And you know what? If I'm the Lakers, bro, and they could beat the Rockets in less than 6 games, I mean, look, resting Luka as much as possible is a must because they're gonna have to play the Thunder. And while I don't really have much faith in the Lakers to beat the Thunder, I'm gonna be honest. I think that series is probably gonna be a sweep too. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Most I can really see it is 5, maybe 6. I think LeBron and Luka.
I don't see it in 6. I don't.
I think Luka.
I see this at most 5 personally.
Yeah, I think LeBron could get them a game.
It's just the defense from the Rockets. It's subpar. Like, don't get me wrong. There's some players that are getting it done. Like, I think Tari Eason could get it done. But guys like Sengun, guys like Reed, I mean, Amen Thompson, I think can definitely do better too. It's the little things like the turnovers and crap, man. It's just not been good for the Rockets. But to piggyback off what you said, as far as LeBron James and honestly the playmaking, there is one guy I do want to shout out who has been absolutely lights out. And we made a new nickname for him, and that is this. Shout out to my boy Luke Kennard, man. Luke the Duke, man. Oh, my Lord. Oh, yes. This man has been lights out. I mean, game 1, he went 27 points, 9 for 13, 5 for 5 for 3, man. Oh, my goodness. Only 3 turnovers, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Even Marcus Smart, too, in game 1, he had a decent game. I mean, don't get me wrong, he didn't have the 3-point shot. The guy was all over. I mean, besides the turnover matters, but 8 assists, 15 points. Man, I ain't going to sit and get mad at you. As long as you get the dub, a win's a win. That's how I see it.
Listen, a
But
win's a win. Look, listen, bro.
a win's a win when it comes to a team like that. When you lose Luka and Austin Reeves, a win's a win in my opinion. So, hey, I ain't gonna sit and get mad at you. And even the same thing, like Luke Kennard in game 2, 42 minutes, 23 points, 8 for 13,
Hey,
3 for 6.
Luke Kennard,
I'm not gonna lie,
he
Mikey.
stepped up. He stepped up a
Can
lot.
I just say it like this?
Yeah.
Give this guy a new contract right the hell right now.
Nah, I think.
Dang it, man! I almost shut down the entire shit.
Yeah, I ain't
My
gonna
thing
lie.
almost crashed.
I wouldn't be surprised either. If I was Rob Pelinka, bro, I would get him a better contract. I'm not gonna
Like, this
lie.
is diabolical. I'm seeing Luke Kennard looking like Kyle Korver in a playoff game.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. You know what's great? If I'm not mistaken, he leads the league in 3-point efficiency or something like that, or around that. If I'm not mistaken.
I mean, he's 50. He's been 50 to 100% all
You know
freaking
what?
series long.
I'm glad. And you know what? This is another thing about the Lakers. I've always said LeBron needs shooters on his team. You have a shooter now. If they could get more shooters, I mean, by all means, do it. I mean, listen, Dalton connects. I mean, he's right there. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna be good. My thing is that he was doing good for when he was playing, but then he kind of just slipped off. And then honestly, I feel like the Hornets trade kind of messed them up. Which also I'm kind of glad that trade got rescinded for 2 reasons. Because imagine he went on the Hornets, proved himself, and he went back to his form, and then like a year later they get on Knipple.
Yo.
That
I mean, that's just, dude. It's just like.
Yeah, I mean, says that I low-key
really
forgot he was on the team. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but that's neither here or there. But I'm saying this because like, listen, the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers kind of know after this series, like realistically, the Rockets could always come back.
Yeah.
But I'm saying this because as a Lakers guy, I like LeBron. You know, I think LeBron is leaving after this year. I don't think he stays with the Lakers after this season.
I'm not mad at that.
And where he goes, I don't know. Do I think he retires? No, I think he has one more year left in him. Whether he goes back to Cleveland, I know you would personally love that, Tinez, because you're a Cleveland fan. Whether he goes to the Warriors, as nasty as that sounds, you know, he can technically play for a vet minimum to stupidly just play with Steph Curry again. But that's even if they keep that core. Because someone tried to suggest to me that the Warriors just might blow it all up and just trade Steph Curry altogether, but I don't think that's happening. But at the end of the day, I think the Lakers are really in a position now where they're gonna fully move on with Luka. I mean, Luka's in the prime.
Honestly,
27.
I don't even think LeBron's really gonna go anywhere. I think it's like you said, he's either gonna retire. I think he's gonna honestly retire in LA. Now, when it comes to Steph Curry, I mean, I know we're kind of talking about the playoffs, but just to go off of what you're saying, the way I see it, I think he's just going to still continue to play with his brother, man. I mean, him and his brother, they're there. I mean, he's ending off his legacy along with guys like him and Draymond. Give it the best for him, man. I would just say, just stay there, just retire. Retire in the next, like, 3-4 years, depending on how things go. I think, honestly, what they need to do is just better coaching. I think the Steve Kerr run is just, they need a change up. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that because, hey,
but like if we're going
off,
you can't even say that. No, listen. I'm gonna be honest, right? I don't even think. Listen, this might sound crazy, but I don't think Steve Kerr is that good of a coach. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think he's that good as a coach.
I think
no. Listen, he's not a bad coach, but let's look at it from the past 10 years, right? He got blessed with Steph Curry.
I mean, yeah.
And then years later, he got blessed with KD and that team
I wouldn't even say it's that though. I wouldn't even say it's that. I mean, you gotta think Curry has been on that Warriors team since like what, 2010?
2000. He got drafted in 2009.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. So I mean, he's been in the league for about This will be what, his
Yeah, but the
16th
thing is, like,
season?
when Steph took that jump in 2014, and then
I would say
they
the jump
got
was more
played.
2015. It wasn't. I wouldn't really say the jump was 2014. It was 2015 where that jump really. Yeah, I mean 2014 he was starting to get there, but 2015 was just
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
diabolical.
he just got blessed with two of the greatest shooters ever, one of the
Yeah, I
best
mean you had
defensive players in
him.
the league that time, and it's
You
just
had
like,
him and I mean you had him and Klay Thompson,
and then with
and
the way
you also had Andre Iguodala. But anyways,
the West was that year, it was just like, bro,
yeah, I hear you.
it's
I hear
like,
you.
now listen, this is not me saying he's a bad coach, but let's look at it since then. Since after KD left, they won another championship in 2022, right? But they've had a lot of years where you just question a lot of the things that Steve Kerr's done. They had Jonathan Kuminga. They never developed them. They had the whole situation with Draymond and Jordan Poole, right? They decided to ship off Jordan Poole instead of focusing on their future. Now the
Yes.
Warriors are in a position. Now you could also blame management for this, but I also blame Kerr because he doesn't develop his young talent.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Mikey, but I have a little update to tell people. These guys are in overtime.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. 101. End of the fourth of regulation. To overtime. But anyways, keep going. My bad.
Yeah, like
Just want to give people the update.
I'm not denying. Listen, I'm saying it's also management's fault as well. But I also blame the coach because he didn't develop anything.
Right.
He's kept the idea that Steph Curry
You know what?
can only do so much.
Yeah.
They got rid of Klay Thompson,
yeah.
and Klay Thompson is not the same player as he once was.
I'm glad you're saying stuff like this because speaking of coaching, I kind of want to piggyback off the coaching theme. And actually, this kind of reminds me because this also has to do with my Cavaliers. So I kind of want to do a little bit of a transition and talk about my Cavaliers here for a little bit, right?
Yeah, we could. There's not really much to talk about.
No, you're fine.
Series.
You're fine.
There's not really much to talk about.
Nothing more to talk about the Lakers until I'm done with this podcast, and I will be putting on the game for everybody else asking, "Hey, where's the game?" If you looked at my live yesterday, I said I was going to put the game on afterwards. Everybody,
Bando is back. I don't know if you want to.
Oh, thank you for letting me know that. My bad, Bando. My bad. I did not see you there, sir. Did I hear a pop or none? My bad. Anyways, though.
We were talking about the Lakers and Rockets game. I don't know if you want to say something real quick.
Yeah, if you want to make a little final note, Bando, my bad.
I'll say this. The GOAT conversation is over. LeBron Ramon James is the greatest NBA player of all time to ever touch a fucking basketball or touch this earth. This man is doing shit that a 41-year-old should not be doing in year 23. All I'm gonna say is Michael Jordan would never.
I mean,
Michael Jordan would never.
Years old in the Wizards, but I get it. I get what you're saying, though. If playmaking wise, very true.
And this is
about
I see the Lakers winning in 4.
I do too. 4 or 5. I do too.
4 or 5.
Yeah, but anyways, though, my Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, now here's the thing. The way I see this, I liked the first 2 games. I think we played very efficient, very well in the playmaking. I think that Mobley's been trying to step up, but I mean. And I'm going to say it in a bit, but I'm going to talk about games 1 and 2 here real fast. I think we played really good at home. I think we definitely took advantage of the first 2 games. I think we were very, very efficient in the first 2. Playmaking-wise was great. It's the lineups, honestly. It's the lineups, bro. It's the lineups. And honestly, where it really hurt me is game 3. Here was my problem, right? Because you brought up coaching. You brought up a very major point. So I'm going to ask you two some questions. If you were Kenny Atkinson, would you put in Dennis Schroeder in the middle of the second quarter?
I'm not going to overthink it.
I think it depends.
Depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me go this a step further. Would you do that with guys like Sam Merle, Dean Wade, Max Strus? No, yes. Jared Allen, just Mobley.
Yes.
You're telling me you're going to have that lineup?
I just couldn't find the right
If you're trying to find an offensive footing in the middle of the second quarter.
I think the thing is with Dennis Schroeder is that he's a good backup. Like I think, no, listen. I know. Listen. Hear me out. Listen. I understand. You know, he's on your team, but the thing, Dennis Schroeder, in the time he's been in the NBA, he's always been like he's never really been like Dennis Schroeder is not that bad to where people just automatically just think
Stop
like
right there. Stop right there. No, stop right there. No, no, no.
Listen.
You got stop. I am telling you this right now, Mikey. This is the worst I have ever seen this guy play.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
No. Listen to me.
You didn't let me
There
finish.
is games where I have seen this guy 0 for 8, 0 for 9. And this guy, Kenny Atkinson, has this guy in the middle of the game. We only played 5 minutes. Who puts in Dennis Schroeder, Sam Merle, Dean Wade, and Max Strus in the lineup for 5 fucking minutes just for us to get blowed out by 10 to 20 points by the end of the game?
Listen, I'm not denying he's been playing bad this year, but
no, that's not the point. You're missing the whole point. The point of the matter is Kenny Atkinson is putting in players that you don't put in during the game in the beginning of things that are going through scheme. You don't do that. You don't. Where's Jalen Tyson? Where was Keon Ellis? Oh, Keon Ellis didn't even get a fucking shot to attempt for shit. He didn't even get a single attempt. He had no buckets. No shot attempts. Jalen Tyson went barely 50%. I mean, yeah, okay, he played good, but then he has 4 or 5 personal fouls. And then on top of that, I'm getting really annoyed at people because this game is exactly what I was talking about when it came to E-Mobley and playing the 5. Why in Christ do you have Dean Wade playing the 4 when E-Mobley is playing the 5 at 215 pounds? Do you think Dean Wade's going to get a rebound anymore than Jared Allen? What? Thomas Bryant? What? No. Hold on. I will get it like this, bro. It's just, I can't agree, Mikey. Like, I can't. And I get it, bro. I understand we all have our honest opinions, but that's bad coaching no matter what way you carve the cake, dude. I don't care what anybody says. Like, you don't do that in the middle of a second quarter, especially to the fact that you know the Raptors are trying to take a chance. RJ Barrett's been highly efficient. Scotty Barnes has been highly efficient. The only guy that's been having really bad this entire series is Jakob Poeltl and Brandon Ingram. And they're still doing this without their main playmaker and facilitator, Emmanuel Quickley. So,
well, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Well, maybe you just underestimated the Raptors. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Listen,
no, I'm gonna be honest. I think that's really what it is. I think Kenny Atkinson just underestimated. Yeah, you're 100% correct. I think this was just bad coaching by Kenny. Point blank, period. I see the series still going in 5 because I saw them at least winning one of these games. But like that?
Well,
no.
If I can be honest with you, though, if we're being completely honest, I would actually have to disagree with you. I think this series is going to go to 6. I think.
See, I'm not mad at that because some people.
Because you know why? Because listen. You know why? Because the thing is that we haven't. I don't think there's been a bad game from anybody on the Raptors. It's just really a matter of coaching.
I mean, Brandon Ingram, man.
Well, yeah, Brandon Ingram just had a good game in Game 3. I know that. but
no, not. I mean, not. I mean, he was okay.
Nah, actually,
It was better than game 2 and game 1. I'll give you that. It was better than game 2 and game 1, but I would still say it was okay. It wasn't really that.
I know. Scotty Barnes had a good game. I know
that him and RJ are probably the only two to me that have.
I forgot RJ's
beautiful.
on the Raptors. Oh my god.
Yeah,
and I know. And Emmanuel quick. Yeah, like listen. To sit here and say that they're gonna lose in 5 is low-key crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I get it. You're a Cavs fan. They got Donovan Mitchell. They got James Harden. You know, they got their bigs. They got a better bench. But it's just like, if Scotty Barnes can still do what he does, Emmanuel Quigley, because Scotty Barnes is a guy that can.
But see, that's my problem, though, Mikey. It's not that. Look, I get it, and people may be thinking, "Why are you thinking 5 so much?" Like, I get it. Like, yes, Scotty Barnes is playing great. I hear you on that 100%. But my problem is, and this is what I was even trying to tell guys like Bax and everybody else yesterday, if we put in the guys that we need most, especially our defensive players, guys like Tyson, guys like Keon Ellis, guys like Mobley, guys like Jared Allen. If we start utilizing those kind of key pieces in the middle of the game, especially in quarters like quarter 2, quarter 3, where you're in the middle of the stretch. That, to me, matters way more than putting in guys like Sam Merle and Dean Wade and thinking that you're just going to get it done with Dennis Schroeder facilitating. Once again, that's no.
But like I said, the whole reason they got him was because Dennis Schroeder throughout his entire career has always been like a good backup PG. That's the reality of it.
And now, I'm sorry to tell you this, brother. This year, he ain't.
This year, he's not. Now, listen. I'm going to be honest. Them getting rid of Lonzo Ball, low-key, was kind of stupid. I'm not going to lie. Because at least, say what you want about Lonzo. I understand he's never going to be the superstar that we want him to be. But at the end of the day, Lonzo Ball, when he's healthy, can still be a great role player.
I'm not going to lie to you.
He's honestly,
there, bro.
And honestly, he might be one of the best passers in the league. It's just that, or playmakers in the league. It's just that we never really see him on the court due to injuries. And this year, it hasn't even been that. It's mainly just because, he got released from the team and he's never been on another team since. And, since then, that's the reality of it. I mean, I understand you have your issues with Dennis Schroeder, but if they had,
it's not really just Dennis Schroeder. It's not. It's honestly a few of them. I mean, Sam Merle's been a little inconsistent as of lately. I mean, honestly, James Harden, he's been honestly stepping up pretty well.
Just wait till the second round.
I mean, yeah, true. You may say that, but honestly, and I've been telling everybody this, I don't see where people are making it seem like James Harden is gonna choke. Like, look, I'm going to be completely honest with most people. I understand that James Harden is usually a high volume scorer, but we're making it seem like he's still first option James Harden. I understand we have that. Hold on.
James Harden is ever.
I understand we have that accountability for him, but it's different at the same time when you're looking at it where now he's trying to be this main facilitator. He's taking way less shots. I mean, normally we would see him between 20 to 25 attempts. That dropped dramatically to between 15 to an 18 average as far as attempts, which is great. That's amazing. And the fact that you're doing this at least 48, 50%, and sometimes even higher in some games, that is amazing when I'm seeing him do it at 8, 9, 10 assists a game. Like, why am I going to sit and get mad and say, oh, yeah, you're going to be the most leading problem of this Cavaliers team when, honestly, he really hasn't. If anything, even in the little mistakes he does have, he even tries to at least pick up the pace even more. I mean, honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. In games like even game 2, like, for example, game 2 is a really good example where it was a little back and forth. I don't know if really people looked a lot into game 2, but it was a really back and forth game. James Harden, 9 for 14, 3 for 8 from the 3-point line, but 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, 1 block. Even though it was off of 5 turnovers, but hey, man, you're giving me 5 steals, 1 block off of a game where we only won by 10 points.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't say he's selling when in crunch time he's pulling off shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that where we have to take full advantage because, bro, if we don't take full advantage of our defense in the middle of the game 3 is what's going to happen. And honestly, that to me was exactly why we lost. We didn't bring up any of our defense in the middle of the game, especially in the middle 8, which is honestly to me one of the most important parts when it comes to basketball because things very much swing in teams' favors very fast in that middle 8 in any basketball game. So it's like, everything is live chat, you feel me? What can you do? I mean, what can you do? At the end of the day, it was an L, man. Like, that's how I see it. And I get it. Most people are like, well, you should probably take accountability for that. But to me, it was just bad coaching, dude. It was so bad coaching. I can't even say it was Harden's fault or if it was Donovan Mitchell's fault. Like, there's no, like, real blame. Like, I'll even give you a few, like, statistics just to give you an example. Like, for example, James Harden game 3, 5 for 13. His 3-point was ass, but at the same time, honestly, it was probably the worst game he's had the entire series. The only real thing that was really bad to me was just the turnovers. 8 turnovers. Donovan Mitchell, 3 turnovers. Dennis Schroeder, 3 turnovers in 5 minutes. These are little things that I'm talking about where it's not even just Harden. It's everybody because of this bullshit schemes. Like, I get it. James Harden can have one bad night, but I wouldn't really say it's the clear-cut sell of the Cavs, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I don't think people really notice that. Like, that's not Harden anymore. I mean, you may see some glimmerances, like, for example, this game where, yeah, he's having 8 turnovers, and it looks really bad on stats. And on paper, but once you start looking at the eye test and you see, oh, why is Dennis Schroeder in the middle of the second quarter? Why do we have Dean Wade and Max Strus and Sam Merlin and E. Mobley in a lineup together? In the middle 8 of game 3. I'm having a problem with that. And I feel like Kenny, as a coach, really needs to start taking full accountability on who he puts in and who he puts out on the court. And this game really showed that. So that's kind of my thing with him, man. I just, honestly, Kenny's just got to lock in. I'm not liking it. And I mean, I could say the same for Harden too and a few other guys, but most of it was Kenny. A lot of it was Kenny. I'm not going to say that. A lot of it was Kenny. Though, now that we are done with that and, you know, we got that out the way, now we can talk about another upset series. And this one, I'm not going to lie, this one's nasty as shit. We got the Denver Nuggets and the Timberwolves, gentlemen. Mikey, I'll let you lead off on this one, buddy. I had my rant. Now it's your turn. By the way, hold on. Before you do go, Lakers in Houston, 111 to 108, man. They got in the clutch. You was right. 24.5 seconds. Up by 3 Lakers.
Oh, shit.
You was right, Mikey.
I just know basketball, bro.
Hey, man, it's a drill, man. You know we here. But, nah, man, tell me a little bit how you feel about Jokic and this whole Nuggets run right now.
Just stop. Let me just say this, bro. Just stop. You know, I don't even want you to talk. I just want to just say this. And really
I'll mute. Hey, I'll even do better. I'll mute.
Listen, bro. In all my years of watching basketball, listen, I'm a huge Anthony. I like Anthony. I feel like Ant realistically could be the face of the league, And, I had to listen to people, say, I'm only kind of glad that, the Timberwolves are not playing the Lakers because if they were playing the Lakers right now, I definitely feel like this would probably be a 5-game series, maybe even a sweep. because they beat them last year or whatever, and I feel like the Timberwolves are just. I have more faith that the Timberwolves could just beat the Lakers. I'm gonna keep it a stack, right? But they're playing the Nuggets, and I don't care what nobody says. The Timberwolves, quite frankly, could go far. I don't care what nobody said. Like, the Timberwolves have always been evenly matched with the Nuggets. Like that's just been a fact of 2024. Even since they got rid of Cat, they're still somehow evenly matched with the Nuggets now, even though they have Randall. I don't even think Randall is all that good, but give or take. And I think the Nuggets have a roster capable to beat the OKC Thunder if they get there. Because I think because let's say the Nuggets hypothetically get to the second round, I think they're gonna beat the Spurs mid 6 or 7 games. And I think if you took your glasses off, you don't think the Nuggets could beat the Spurs?
Oh, I thought you said the Timberwolves. I ain't even about to lie.
Oh
You scared the hell out of me. I was like, wait,
no,
huh?
like
You
I
went on
mean
the Timberwolves, and you
I
went in
mean
the
if
air
you
like
want to,
this.
I could
And
see
the
the
next thing you know, you
Timberwolves.
started talking about the Nuggets. I'm like, wait a minute.
But if you want to, I could see the Timberwolves making that series competitive if they get there. But I don't think they're gonna beat the Spurs.
I mean, look, I'm gonna put it
But
like this, and I'm gonna be honest. I agree with you. This one really hurts me. I'm not gonna lie, because I love Jokic. You know this. I mean, not many people do. No, I really
no.
like
I need to finish
Jokic
this.
as a big man. I
Hold
think a
on.
lot of people do.
Hold on. Nez. I need to finish this. I need to finish this. Look. Listen. Like I said, I'm a huge fan. I love basketball. Listen. Nuggets got a team that could beat the Thunder. So realistically, if the Wolves make some roster changes or whatever, I could low key see them potentially going to the conference finals. I wouldn't bet money on it, but I could see it happening. But listen, bro, in all my years of watching basketball, never in a million years would I sit here and be commending Rudarius Gobert. Rudarius Gobert is having a good series right now. The fact that Rudy Gobert is currently locking up the best player in the world, a 3-time MVP, a former champion, the fact that I can sit here and say that this man is currently having a good series, he is currently putting locks on Nikola Jokic. And he's not even doing that bad. He's actually scoring last game. He had like 12 and 10. He had a double-double. He's actually doing decent on offense. Tinez, turn your camera real quick. I need to see your face when I say this. Bro, please take into account what the fuck I am telling you. Rudarius Gobert is trash. Rudarius Gobert is
Hey,
trash.
you know what? I got this for you, buddy.
No. Rudarius Gobert is trash. Why is he doing this? This is a team that's supposed to beat the OKC Thunder, the reigning champions. This is a team that I had to hear all year from Nuggets fans, from one of my friends who knows basketball. I had to sit here and I had to listen to them talk about, the Nuggets have a team. The Nuggets have a team that could beat the Thunder. And yes, on paper, they do. They do. But this Timberwolves roster is not as good as they were a few years ago. I'm telling you this right now.
And
When they
that's
had
not even that's not even the thing I was gonna. That's not
Okay,
even
listen.
the worst. That's not even the worst part.
Hear me out. Because when they had Karl Anthony Towns, right, that series was probably some of the best basketball I've ever seen in a very long time. And that's not series. Because you know why? Because that series was very evenly matched. I did not think the Timberwolves would get the job done, but they got the job done. Then they made the trade. Right? They traded Cat to the Knicks, right? They got Randall. I thought the Timberwolves was done since then. Since then, they still made the conference finals. Now I'm looking at this team and I can legitimately look at them and be like, okay, they are still a title contender. Whether people want to admit it or not, right? But no matter how you look at it, this team, as good as this team is, this team realistically should not be able to compete with the Nuggets. It's just the fact that the Nuggets has nobody on the Nuggets roster can guard Anthony Edwards.
It's not that. It's not that. We all know what it is. Don't. See, no.
No, you can say it. You can say it.
Shh.
Don't shush me.
Just, I'm gonna say this, and I'm going to say this one time. We now need to start taking into account that Jokic is not unstoppable like we thought he was.
Bro. Yes. Like y'all look at the stats. Y'all look at the stats. Y'all see.
And this is where, like, bro,
Oh shit, the Lakers won.
Just hear me out, bro. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, yes, on paper, I know what you mean, but here's my biggest problem, and it's not even with the on paper shit. My biggest problem is, and this really gives me a headache, holy, is where one, this guy has been a almost 4-time MVP, and you're sitting here and telling me that you can barely put up 10 points in a fucking half
against Darius Gobert.
His passing has been one of the worst things that I think I have probably seen since, once again, this is almost looking as bad as fucking Dennis Schroeder. And that's saying a lot. Because Dennis is pretty fucking ass. And I'm sorry for cussing, but I'm really mad. Because Jokic, no, look, Mikey, I hear you. But I am saying this once, and I'm going to be close to my screen like this, just so everybody can just pay attention to my eyes here. This man Jokic needs to be held with full blame and accountability for what is going on.
Yes, he definitely does.
Full blame. Christian Braun, full blame. The only person that I can sit here and give a little bit of grace to is Jamal.
Yes.
And I can't even give him that much grace.
Can't even, bro. Because the thing is, look. Because, bro, Tinez.
I'll hear you. I'm mute. I'm hearing you. I'm just mad right now, bro.
Listen, look me. Why? Listen, can you answer me this one question? In what world, in what universe, galaxy, multiverse, whatever, in what situation should Rudarius Gobert, and I can't stress this enough, why is Rudarius Gobert actually cooking right now, bro? Like, no, I'm actually about to cry, bro. Rudarius Gobert is having a masterclass of a series.
Do you see what I'm doing? Do you think I have an answer for that?
No, you don't have an answer to this.
So what do you want me to say?
Rudarius Gobert is actually doing good on offense. And you know what? As much hate as I
no. Defense, yes. Offense,
decent. He's been doing decent. At least last game.
I'll give you decent. But
at least last game.
Good was a little bit of a stretch on that.
At least last game. I'm sorry. I'm just mad right now. I'm just mad.
No, I know. Because
it's just that, bro. And, you know, as much shit as I talk about Rudy Gobert, I can sit here and say he's one of the best defenders the league has ever seen. Like, I mean, 4-time DPOY. I mean, the defense, he makes a difference on defense. But offensively, we can both agree he's shit.
No,
it's
not. Then that's not the biggest problem with me. The biggest problem, here's the biggest problem with me, Mikey. The biggest problem is okay, and this is why I blame Jokic, because one, okay, you tried the inside didn't really work, right? So then I was seeing in game 2 where, okay, now he's trying to chuck up more shots, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe this could actually help his game out a little bit. Brother, I saw Rudarius Gobert guarding
Gobert
on
the
fucking perimeter, cabron. The perimeter. The perimeter. Do you understand what I just said, folks? The freaking perimeter. Rudarius
Gobert. You know,
I rest my case. I don't think there's really no more to say.
I don't want to talk about the series no more. I don't really want to talk about it. Let's move on.
Yeah, I don't. Let's go. Let's move on. We're moving on.
For my sanity and for yours, bro. Let's just move on to the last series of the game, bro.
For sure.
Rudarius Gobert, everybody, is actually having a great series. Rudarius Gobert is guarding somebody outside of the paint. Rudarius Gobert is currently locking up the best player in the world right now. Rudarius Gobert. Rudarius Gobert.
Rudy. And it's just like, and he's starting to become devious like fucking Max. If you know the reference, you know. Anyways,
you know what? I don't want to tell you how to do your show.
We're moving on.
I'm actually heated, bro. We low-key need another commercial.
No,
break. I'm
don't
not
worry,
gonna
because
lie.
we're gonna get even worse. Don't worry, because we're gonna even get worse. We're gonna talk about my boy Bando's Knicks. And
He's not even here no more. So that's
no, he's not even here right now. But hopefully, if he does get a chance to come back up, I'll bring him up and he can speak more on it. But I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm
surprised.
This one kind of complicated. It's complicated with this one. This one's complicated because, look, hear me out. I knew this was going to be a dogfight, right? I knew right away this was going to be a dogfight. But to be completely honest with you, brother, I did not think the Hawks were going to step up this good at all. Like, I knew they were going to step up, but not like this. Not like this.
And you know what?
Anybody expected this. And if you did, then shout out to you.
And you know what? This goes back to well, this goes back to a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons why is what we were talking about earlier with the Cavs is really just coaching. Mike Brown clearly does not know what he's doing. And I say this because look, I really wish Bando was here because I feel like Bando would do all the talking. But I'm gonna just give you what I personally think what it is. Number one, the fact of the matter is Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns just cannot be on the same court together. Actually, not. Let me rephrase that.
Well, it's not even just that.
Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. Mm-hmm. They both can't be on the same court together. What I mean by that is just the fact that they are both bad defensively. And I say this because Jalen Brunson was never that good of a defender. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like Chris Island, because at the end of the day, like the whole reason why this team is the way it is was to hide the fact that he's not that good of a defender. So I'm not gonna sit here and criticize him all too much for that. But it's clearly an issue when you're having CJ McCollum just going off, dropping 30 on you. And it's like CJ McCollum said something earlier, and I don't know how true I don't know if this is real or fake or not, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. He basically said, whether it's real or fake, he basically said that every time I see Jalen Brunson guarding me, that's just a bucket. And that's sad to say because it's like Jalen Brunson realistically should be the best player in this series. And while he's putting up good numbers, the defense factor is the thing that is always gonna kill it for me. And then as far as
honestly, I already been known the answer, and honestly, it doesn't even have anything to do with Brunson. Has zero to do with Brunson.
And then my thing is, and as far as Karl Anthony Towns goes, I mean, look, he should be dominating the series as well as the second option. My thing is, though, is I don't understand why he's not aggressive enough. Like, he doesn't offer the ball.
I can already tell you exactly why. There's a perfect, clear-cut answer to that, Mikey. I mean, we've all saw it in, I think it was Game 2 when the Hawks first had their first win. Who did they first stop?
Into pure chaos.
Mitchell Robinson. This is what I told a lot of people, and this is what I told people even during the game. If you stop Mitchell Robinson, Cat cannot do shit. Literally, he can't. It's kind of like, it's like, let me put it to you like this. It's like asking E. Mobley to do what Jared Allen is supposed to do. When one, Emo's smaller than him, one, and two, he's more of a help side defender more than not. Yes, he's really good in the paint, but he can't do what Jared Allen can do. So they have to benefit off of one or the other, right? You can at least agree with me that much, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so to give you off of a little example like that, that's kind of how I'm seeing this with Cat. Yes, I understand the defensive factor may not be the same thing for Emo and Cat. But that's not my point. My point of what I'm saying is this: because they stopped Mitchell Robinson, who is the main rim protector for that team, it made Cat a lot worse, and it made him have to overcompensate because he got thrown out. He got attacked with literally in I think it was like the first quarter, which made him miss literally the entire first half. This gave the Hawks a clear advantage in the rim and also even throughout the perimeter in some cases because Cat just couldn't do much. And even then, by the end of the game, it was so close to where the pressure was just on. It was already there. So even if you had Mitchell Robinson on the court, all you had to do was just leave him out for at least a quarter and a half to 2 quarters.
And they did not hesitate.
That's it. You deal with guys like him.
And
you take away guys
what?
like Mikal Bridges. You take away guys like OG Anunoby, and that's the result you're going to get.
That was my next point. Mikal Bridges, oh my God, bro. I'm not even a Knicks fan, but even I'm disgusted by this because, like, listen, the Nets is looking like the Nets low-key is winning this trade. I'm not even gonna lie, and that's saying a lot considering the fact that those 5 first-round picks that they got from the Knicks, they used them all last year, and all those picks right now are either injured or in the G League or not doing shit. And I'm looking at this, and mind you, when they got Mikal Bridges was on the Nets, right? He was basically on somewhat of a rebuilding team. You know, he was averaging like 25, number one option. You know, he was doing his stuff, right? He came out to the Knicks. Obviously, he wasn't going to be that type of player on the Knicks, but he was there for defense, right? Right now, they traded 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. He's on a $150 million contract. And he has...
And remind you, hold on, my bad for interrupting you, but also just like my boy 400 said earlier before he left out here, shout out to 400. I believe they traded for Mikal Bridges, it was 5 draft picks?
Yeah, 5 draft picks. 5. I said 5 draft picks.
Diabolical.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? The Knicks could have benefited from those 5 draft picks. I'm gonna be honest.
That's what I said.
The defense factor. The defense factor, if we're keeping it a buck, it's not really crazy.
It's not because of Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, because like I get it. Listen, they got him. They got him for defense, and at one point, that wasn't the issue. But as the season started nearing the end, we're just seeing that he's just not.
You need younger talent. No, it's literally just what we've been saying. Like literally, those draft picks is what, and this is what I've been saying all year. Like when it comes to these kind of like draft picks for long term, right? When you're trying to seek betterness for long term, I will much rather have 5 rookies and develop those players into decent 2-way players or find a 2-way than go. I mean, shoot, they could have probably gotten a Man or a Sher Thompson. Imagine if one of those 2 was on the Knicks.
Nah, because Amanda Sarr
I'm just saying if they didn't waste the draft picks, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they were drafted. The Thompsons were in the 2023 draft. This is 2025. I don't know if you.
Oh, I see your point now.
Yeah, but I see your point.
But I'm saying my point is this: like keeping those draft picks for long term is gonna help you with success no matter what way you look at it. Like you're gonna find somebody at least in that caliber realm.
Yeah, but my thing is though, is like the way I'm looking at it is just like, obviously the Knicks are in contend now mode, the Nets are rebuilding, so it's just that, Mikal didn't shoot the ball at all in game 3. So it's just like he's basically just there. Like not even no buckets. He didn't even attempt a shot.
Really? I actually didn't really.
He
I didn't
basically
that, actually.
like it's like he's basically just there, and it's just like he's adding nothing. Like OG Anunoby is the only one really looking like he actually wants
Yeah.
to win the
And
series.
honestly, he wasn't even that consistent in game two.
He
This
wasn't
is
even
probably
that consistent,
yeah,
and
he
it's just
wasn't even
like,
that consistent. Because game two, I'm pretty sure he had a down game. Game one, he was okay. This was probably I think his best game of the series. I think.
yeah. And then honestly,
Um.
the way they lost game
By the
three.
way, no, you're actually. By the way, on the Mikal Bridges part, no, he was actually 0 for 3.
Okay, so he barely took any shots.
He
Okay,
barely took any. But then I
so
see Jalen Brunson, who was 11 for 23 and 0 for 5, which I like how people were saying that Brunson's elevating his game, but nobody talks about how he's literally chucking up shots and is barely even
chucking up
touching
shots,
50%.
and this is another thing.
He's
Listen,
literally touching 50% with shot chucking.
I'll be
I
honest
respect it.
though. I'll be honest.
That's not Brunson. I don't care what way you carve the cake. That's not Brunson.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it a stack, right? The other thing is they generally have no playmaker whatsoever. And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it here, and this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. I think the Knicks team would benefit from Alonzo Ball, have somebody carry that offense. Just off the simple fact that Jalen Brunson is a score first player, and you see it. This man,
Yeah.
and honestly, and another way why they lost, because this is the second game in a row that they only lost by 2 points. And with game three specifically, it's just sad because realistically they could have just held the ball or just because they would have had to foul. But it's the fact that Jalen Brunson he does this thing where he just plays hero ball. And when he knows he can't get a shot, he then tries to force a pass. But then it leads to a turnover. And then at that point, the Hawks were able to pick up the win.
Right.
And it's just like, bro, you don't need that, like, at all.
Right.
For one, you were up one with like what 10 seconds left. They literally had to
Something like
foul
that. Yeah,
you.
it was like around like I know it was less than 30. I know it was somewhere around there.
Yeah,
But go
like
on.
they were double teaming you. They literally had to foul.
Yeah.
So just hold the ball, and that's it. You didn't need another shot.
Right.
And then this kind of goes to the coaching aspect of it. I feel like this team is just cursed or something. I don't know what it is. Like it's just Josh Hart. Listen, Josh Hart was never a scorer. Like he's
That's a
always
big
the
one
guy.
right there. I'm glad you said that. He too has not been stepping up.
Yeah,
Even he
like
was good. He was okay. He
yeah,
was
like
okay in game
listen, Josh
3.
Hart has never. I've never looked at Josh Hart as like oh go out there and give me 20 guys. When I look at Josh Hart, I look at
No, he's like
him.
a 12, 15. He's like your
Yeah,
15,
I look at
maybe
him and give him
17
like
on a good night.
give me like 12. But do the like
Yeah,
Josh
that's
Hart.
what I was about to
Josh
say. 12
Hart
to
does
17, depending on how you're playing. Right.
Josh Hart does the little things. Like he out rebounds everybody. He passes the ball
He's
when
a
it needs
good
to.
perimeter to I would say a two-way. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like last game. It's like and I don't know if you know this creator. His name was Almighty. He's a Knicks fan. I don't know if you know him, but
Yeah.
he said it perfectly. I don't know if I should be proud of Josh Hart or disappointed because on one hand he had 2 points, but on the other hand he gave you 9 and 6. Which looks like Josh Hart's stats when you really look at how he plays.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, when like he's not scoring, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
Right. I get what you're saying.
and then Mike Brown has these weird rotations, right? Where he likes to put guys like Jose Alvarado, Josh Hart, and other guys on the court and puts Brunson and Cat on the bench in the fourth quarter. And it's just like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what are
Right.
you doing?
Yeah.
You should realistically be winning this series. Now, I have the series going to 6 regardless, but the fact that y'all are down 2-1 and this series and we are only in game 3, game 4 is tomorrow, and y'all are back and y'all are still in ATL. Y'all don't go back to New York until Monday. It is literally scary.
Yeah.
It
I
is
agree.
scary. Like actually scary. I'm gonna commend CJ McCollum. You know, he's been doing his thing. You know, like I always like CJ. I don't think he's like an all-star level player, but I always like CJ. Do I think he should be
Right.
dropping 30 in 2026? Hell no. But I commend him for taking the Hawks, giving the Hawks like a chance.
I
But
get what you mean. Okay. I get what you're saying.
as
Yeah.
much, I'm not a Knicks fan, but I really wanted the Knicks to go to the finals because I do live in New York, and I am graduating this year. So
Brother. Oh, wait. Get a load of this guy.
what do you mean
I'm
get a little?
playing.
What do you mean get a little of this guy? Where do you live, Tinez?
I'm born and raised in Cleveland, man. You already know.
Oh, mother, get a load of this guy. Oh my god, you want to talk about me? You live in Ohio. Oh, don't even talk to me. But I'm gonna get. But look, I listen.
Hey man, I love
To
it here, man.
continue, bro. I live in New York. I'm about to graduate in less than 2 months.
Hell yeah, man.
So
I'm proud. No, good shit.
thank you,
Good
man.
shit.
Thank you. So it's like the idea of the Knicks winning a championship just
I
so I
hear you.
could just so I can rob and loot,
The
without
experience, yeah, the
yeah,
experience, the
to the
feeling.
experience. Cause listen, like I witnessed the when Katie was on the Nets, I witnessed them almost winning a championship. I
That's
mean,
honestly really how I felt. I know this is probably like off topic on a sport, but that's really how I felt about like my Cleveland Indians back in like 2016 when we went to World Series back then.
yeah,
That's kind of how I felt about it too. So I hear what you mean. I have experienced
yeah,
that
but it's
myself.
just like you're telling me now I have to go into a series where I have to care about the Hawks and the Celtics. Like
I
at least the
mean,
Knicks,
hey,
like at
man,
least
look,
with
bro.
the Knicks, like I could see the Knicks beating the Celtics, and that's just off the simple fact that the Celtics roster is a lot worse. Well,
Hey,
not worse, but they're not.
hey, if I'm gonna
I
be
guess worse is the
honest,
right
look,
word for this,
hey,
but
hear
like,
me out. Look, hear me out. All I'm gonna say is this: if the Hawks go to the second round, if the Hawks go to the second round, I don't see Boston sweeping this team. I don't. I don't see how you're going to. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I mean, Jonathan Kuminga, he's been playing a great. Jalen Johnson, I think he could play better, but I don't think he's playing horrible. CJ McCollum is just. Yo, I'm gonna let you take that one. Just go ahead, say it. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Go. He's averaging.
and in 2026, bro.
CJ McCollum looking like he's with Damian Lillard, but it's not Damian Lillard. It's Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson, Andrew Wiggins, like, what even is the Atlanta Hawks anymore? Like, actually, bro, like it's like. And you know what's crazy? Like, I would love to come back here next week and talk about how the Knicks, the Knicks are up 3-2 now, or the Knicks, or come on your live tomorrow when you're streaming the game and be like, the Knicks are gonna tie it up. But to be honest, knowing the New York Knicks, they're probably gonna go down 3-1, and then they're gonna go back to New York, and guess what? And if you live in New York, Knicks fans are gonna be pissed.
Oh
Dude,
Lord!
listen, I'm not saying CJ McCollum is gonna reach Trey Young status, but
it's starting to look. And
at
no,
least
and
don't.
here's the thing,
At
like
least
what B
if
said, like B said it yesterday too, like kind of like he said it in an analogy. I don't know how he really like fully said by word for word, but another old friend of mine, he was like, "Bro, CJ isn't even playing at a level that he's supposed to be playing at. Like, like when you're looking at players and you're like, okay, CJ should not be playing like this. But honestly, the fact that he is doing this, even without a playmaker like Trey Young, just makes the trade with Trey Young and the Hawks just as more diabolical.
it does, it really does. Because like realistically, like I don't really know who wins this trade. Because like on one hand, listen, hear me out. I don't know who won this trade
I
because like
don't.
on one hand, it's like since they got CJ McCollum, the Hawks has actually made the playoffs, not the play in. They
That
flat
team
out just
went from like
they
they
went
went
from a
from like
play-in team
literally the
to a
eighth
playoff
ninth
team.
seed to the sixth.
like they went from a play-in team to a playoff team, and they might beat like a top 3 team in the East. But then on the other hand, the Wizards have
They're building. They're building.
they
got
are
AD,
building, and
got
they
Trae Young, right?
realistically have the asset, that they have the team, so I can see them making the playoffs next season. So I really
Yes.
don't know who won this trade. And you know what? I
Hey,
think
man.
it's safe to say for now this trade is a tie, but
I'm
it's
not mad at
just
that.
like,
And honestly, I'll probably even put it to you like this. Honestly, I think the Hawks won this one. If you really sit and break it down, because look, you got Jonathan Kuminga, you have CJ, still have Okongwu, who's actually been playing pretty darn good. I think really the only one that really needs to start stepping up their game is Tyson Daniels and Jalen Johnson and some of their players off the bench. But other than that, as far as like clear, well-known players on their team, those are really the only two I see that really need to step up their game. I mean, unless you know anybody else. I mean, I don't really know. Those are like really the only two I've seen that have been like struggling.
nope, I don't really know, bro. And on other notes, and on unrelated notes, the Lakers beat the Rockets. So
Yes, they did.
what did I tell you, bro? I was
yeah,
and
you
I
were
was
right.
low key joking. And I
You
was low key joking when I said this, bro. But they are up 3-0. So
I
I
told
guess it's safe
everybody
to.
this one's gonna be a sweep. I tried to tell everybody, but everybody's like, "Oh no, that might not happen." No, yes, it's happening. It's happening. I'm about to start getting my belt and my broom out next week. So tune in for that, everybody. Tune in for that because I'm getting the belt out, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, though, I mean, do you have anything to end off here as far as like predictions? Do you have any predictions for this San Antonio game before I get back live? I mean, it's 41-35. I mean, San Antonio just scored, so I mean, do you have any other thoughts as far as
I
like
mean,
predictions that's gonna go on this
I
game 3?
predict the Spurs is gonna win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Portland takes the win
I
this
can
one.
see it really going either way right now, but
yeah.
hey, man, I appreciate you coming up, Mikey. I appreciate
Yeah.
y'all for coming up, man. I mean, this was really great. I mean, next episode, we're going to be doing the same thing that we're doing right here every Friday, 9 p.m. Y'all can tune in, man. Not move. We are here. It is the playoffs. Next week, someone might go home and someone might move on. I'm out of here, y'all. It's Dribble. Signing off.
Peace, y'all.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.